live now.
Now we're live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Stone's Live Poker. My name is Veronica Brill. With me is the Brent Harrington.
Wow, thank you.
Let me just cover up my shoulder because it looks a little bit like a flu. Like I'm a floozy. Welcome to the show tonight. I just see Lon McCarran in the building because
like hugging.
Because like famous people just flock from all around just to come to Stone's.
Michael Jordan.
There's Michael Jordan, yeah. So tonight we have a 5-5 no limit hold'em, unlimited hold'em, and we love it. Some very, very amazing people in the game, and I'm looking forward to it. Pitter patter my heart, my one and only boo is in the game. His name is Nat, and we love him. I haven't seen him in like a year.
Really?
Yeah. So if all dreams came true, Nat and Zach from SAC would be in the same game together, and then I would have a heart attack out of love.
You would be out of commission.
I would be out of commission. So, but instead, it's just Nat tonight, and I'm so happy he's back. So let's get down to the table and introduce the players. Seat 1, we have the Crusher, known as Harlan. That's his famous $30,000 pot.
Right. The bomb pot.
The bomb pot.
The biggest of the bomb pots.
And that's him right there. And I think he's sitting on many chips. This is 5-5. You can buy into the biggest stack also. Seat number 2. We didn't get our list, so we're just gonna have to trust. Oh, it's Triple D. Triple D. Seat number 2. His daughter's actually crushing Thunder Valley tournaments right now, the WPT.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So yeah. Seat number 3 is my heart and my soul, Nat. Look at him, the Crusher. I hope he doesn't knit sweaters tonight. I hope he comes to impress.
Okay,
you know
so that was a term. He doesn't actually make sweaters at the table.
Oh, there's me. There's me. There I am.
Losing your homies.
Mm-hmm. Look at me. Oh, and I'm
schmoozing with the
C4, David C.
I don't know why that picture's so great. Just give me chips.
Look at me saying, Nat, I love you. What are you doing? Why are you never here? I love Nat. Okay. So that's Nat, and I'm in love. And then C4 is not Frederick. That's seat 5.
We did
Dave C is in seat 4. Yes. And Frederick is in seat 5. I love Frederick. I haven't seen him for a while too. So happy to have Frederick in seat 5. Seat 6. Peter, salad eater. Right?
Yeah.
And we all know Peter. Seat 7. I don't know if I know him. Brian G. Oh, well.
I mean, it's got to be relatively new, right? If he's got just this picture that they took today.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
And there's a plant. There's a plant growing around this tree.
Oh.
Does that mean it's like last Christmas? Is that today? That looks like today.
I mean, are we decorated? That would be a unique.
Are we decorated for
situation.
Christmas?
Yes.
Oh, we are. Oh.
I'm like, yes. Confirmed.
Seat 8. Ace is Ron.
Decorations.
Our own Ace is Ron, who fought a bear to get the top of his hat ripped off. And seat 9, the lovely, the gorgeous Casey. She was in my game, and she's really fun. A lot of action. Love her play. I love having her in the game. So I am speculating that this is going to be a fun and entertaining show. Rick and Barstow, welcome to the chat. And Justin is explaining to them that if they do not play like wild people, they will be handcuffed and pulled out of here like the bad boys and girls they are.
That's an important thing that we need to do.
Packed house tonight.
Yeah. Monday Night Football?
Monday Night Football. Rack attacks are in full effect. Everyone's having fun. People are having drinks. Good times had by all.
Yes, and these
you and
guys
I are
here
sober.
To try to make
And you're stuck in the booth with me.
Yeah, I can't get out either. I always sit on this side. You guys can't see the booth. The door is that way.
Are they paying you enough
to
deal with me? 2 nights in a row, mind you. Racing Guy 8933. Veronica's boiled up. Good for you, girl. Thank you.
You missed it earlier. She covered the shoulders up. She was. Whoa.
I will uncover them. Although, Rick and Barstow says Veronica likes handcuffs. What do you know? Mind your own
Sorry,
business.
Brent.
Suited Aces, what's up? You know what? Don't feel bad for him.
why-
He signed
yeah.
up for this.
It's true.
He knew I was on this show.
I also was in the military, so I signed up for a lot of things that could get me killed or hurt me physically.
JFK Stone says over under on Peter's salad order. I mean, there's no over under. It's just going to be one.
No, when? Like.
Oh, at what
time?
time?
Yeah.
Let's do. I'll go over like 8 p.m. real time. Nunu to poking. What is up? Nice to see you in the chat. And let's hope that there's some action in this game. So this is a 5-5. Let's hope the cards are in the air. Yes, we can see the cards. Nat is under the gun. Why is he not straddling? Nat is reaching for chips. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been waiting for this for over a year. Nat is reaching for chips. Raising to 15. Oh,
Is this going to be all night?
this is just making me happy. Nat's got jacks under the gun.
Would you raise 3 X's?
It looks like Peter called, and Brian's in there. Brian's set mining with his pocket threes. Casey, looking at 9-6 on the button, says, all right, there's enough money in here. Wow, almost a family pot. This is like Thanksgiving. Queen high flop. I really think right now Nat's still ahead.
You think? Well,
Yeah, he is. Yeah. No one flopped an ace. We can't see the flop graphics right now.
Yeah, it's Queen 6.
So 2
blank
clubs.
with 2 clubs. Yeah.
Harlan's only got he's got the king of clubs. Brian's got the 3 of clubs. It
Peter.
looks like
Peter made a set.
Peter? Oh, Peter made a set of cards. Yeah.
So
Nat calls. It's not a. I don't mind this call.
No, of course. Yeah, I think you check
Check call.
and then see what happens on the turn. Obviously, now it gets a little weird.
Now
You'll probably
he-
go check. Well, maybe.
Now Nat's reaching for chips. Nat's making it look like I got there. Peter, though, I wouldn't call him sticky, but he's
I don't think
he's willing to play. Yeah, he's not folding because especially the board could pair. Oh, dirty river, and we love it, and that's not scared.
But what's so crazy about this though is that because it's a jack of clubs, he's less likely to get paid off.
Yes. So this is almost a $350 pot, and that bets less than half.
Snap fold.
Snap fold.
Yeah, because that's a jack of clubs, you can't.
He says
Can't
you
make
can
no
see
more
it.
money.
Yeah. No more money, honey.
Oh,
Suited Aces says I'll take the under on 8:30. I'll take the over on
halfway?
8. So we've got a 30-minute window. Otherwise, we both lose.
Nat's got all the chips right now. 2.2K.
Yeah, he's the chip leader.
The chip leader of the cash game. And there's a drinking game now for that. Every time someone says chip leader.
Actually, the drinking game I think is for suitored. Suitored. Everyone, do a shot of tequila for Veronica, please. It is Monday night. It's Meth Monday.
Wow. I didn't grow up in Sacramento. I didn't realize that was a thing.
I also did not.
Okay,
Peter
so
raises to 15.
we should just have it timed. The salad should just be timed every time
I mean,
it's on the stream.
he should. It's kind of like Alexa, Alexa, set my alarm. Alexa, make sure I get my salad at 8:30.
It's salad time.
King 6-3, Nat flops top pair. Brian's got a backdoor flush draw. And Peter's got a dream. It's checked around 2 on the turn. 2 of clubs. Lots of puppy feet today. Suited Aces says, where has Val been? She's back for 1 week, then she vanished again. Actually, in December, you get a Veronica and Valerie week. An entire week
Wow.
of Veronica and Valerie.
Pretty exciting.
Second week of December. But she's back for most of December.
Suited.
It's okay, Suited Aces. Don't rub it in that I'm not your favorite bee.
Ouch. Well, your second favorite.
I mean, there's only 2 of us.
You don't have to qualify that. Just second favorite. That's better than.
It's also the least favorite. It's also the worst.
I guess it.
It's not first.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's everything I ever wanted. Well, he apparently is pretty happy with both of you together.
Oh, Veronica and Val, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a $1 million combo.
Oh, that's pretty good. Silver medal's still pretty good. I don't know.
Silver medal and 2 people are racing. Perfect. So there's still no straddles left. I'd love to send them all shots of vodka. But last time we tried that, they all were like, oh, I'm just a girl, I can't do this. Although I shouldn't say that, because girls can shoot vodka probs just as good as guys.
Yeah. Maybe better.
Probably better, depending on which Eastern European country you go to. So Brian races to 15, Casey calls, Harlan calls, and we have a game, ladies and gentlemen. David C. said yes, lots of puppy feet on every flop. Ace high flop, Casey pulls ahead.
Last time David C. was fairly conservative in terms of his dress. Tonight, he looks like a Hollywood producer.
He looks
got
like
the glasses, got the
he's
black jacket
in the
on.
movie The Matrix right now. 4 on the turn.
I don't know. I guess, but the guy in the Matrix wearing the suit was like the villain.
Casey's reaching for chips. Everybody's checked to her. I don't mind this bet on the turn, even multi-way pot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did everybody check through on the flop?
I kind of feel like maybe you could get some value out of a flush draw, or maybe like a 7, because it did get checked on the flop. So unfortunately for her, no one had anything.
Yeah. Bump kiss.
Bump kiss?
Bump kiss.
Oh, I thought you said bumpkin.
Bump. No, I did not.
Don't. Let's not talk about it.
This is the same Laffy Taffy. Somebody needs to eat this Laffy Taffy.
Isn't that a song?
I've never heard it, if it is a song.
There's the link to Harlan's
Oh yeah.
snippet of winning 30,000, and it's got
The bomb pot.
the bomb pot, and it's got like 35,000 views. It's crazy. Aces Ron raises to 20 with a king jack under the gun +2. Problem with that hand is that position and that hand. Harlan calls, Triple D calls, and he's out of position now with that hand. Ace Jack 3.
I mean, he flopped a pair.
Yes, he did, and he continues. Harlan now inside straight draw, but they're not diamonds.
Yeah, backdoor hearts. King high, maybe.
He calls. Never one to shy away from. And Triple D has a pair and said, I didn't come here to fold a pair.
Coming along.
9 on the turn.
Doesn't change anything. Oh, check.
Aaron's still ahead.
Wait.
I feel like, yeah, Aaron's checking here and it's showing some weakness, and now Triple D decides to semi-bluff at this. He's definitely not. He's definitely not bidding for value.
Wonder if he gets away with that because he's maybe perceived as tight.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never seen him play before, but
you should always use your image to exploit other players.
for sure. Yeah.
Walk Ride, what's up? Polish Costco dogs are in the hizzy. I'm just giving in to you. I'm just not gonna fight you anymore with this. I like Watt Rye. I tried. It was like your dog that keeps peeing on the floor, and you keep hitting it with the newspaper, and eventually you realize it's just not gonna. It doesn't work.
Okay.
So you just accept that dog for what he is, and he's gonna call me a Polish Costco dog for the rest of my life.
Costco dogs. Okay. And there's obviously a story.
It's not Veronica and Brent. It's Brent.
Brent.
Or what did they call us last night?
I'm not sure.
Veronica. Brenica?
Something like that.
No, they didn't call us Brenica.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Veronica?
Beyonce.
That's very hopeful.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Casey raises to 35, gets a couple callers, 10 high flop. It's one of those flops that will hit your opponent more than it'll hit you, but her range is pretty deceiving right now because it's an 8-5, so she did flop a pair. I would put her more.
Harlan flopped donuts.
If I was on the button right now, I would put Casey on like an ace jack, ace queen, ace king kind of hand with that raise in mid position. Now Harlan leads into Casey. with an open-ended, with a straight. Sorry, pardon me. Casey's not looking like she doesn't want to give up on this pair.
I don't know. After a check, bet, and then a raise, I think she's done.
Or maybe she's just getting some camera time.
Oh, no.
Everybody
yeah, sure.
loves some camera time.
Maybe she wanted to double check.
David C. Puts in a raise to 155. Harlan is loving this, except I would just call here. I would not get spaz out. Just call.
Yeah. Dave, at this point, I don't think Dave is going to mess with it anymore.
This turn doesn't change anything. Although, so they check. Harlan's letting David keep all of his bluffs in his range, I think, here. I think you have to put out a bet for value here. A lot of people miss out on these river bets. Maybe a two-pair hand would call.
Right. In this particular
or a lower
case,
end of the straight.
Yeah. I mean, sure, you got to bet here. Because you have the nuts. It just so happens he's not going to get called. That's an ambitious raise by Dave. It might have worked if Harlan didn't flop the nuts.
Yeah.
So.
What Bryce says, JFK, happy anniversary. Is it our Stones Live anniversary?
Wow.
No. Are we that old already? Because I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm a lot older than you. I am. I think we talked about this.
Perhaps. I mean, I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Perhaps. I didn't say you were better looking or sexier. I
No.
said you're younger.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it.
Aaron's under the gun, and he just limps. Casey picks up pocket kings, and we all know what happens to kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, R.I.P. Casey. So long.
Racing
One
guy,
king
you're
down.
so sweet. Ask me if I'm 32.
Technically sounds like...
Casey picks it up.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Casey is not going to leave if she lost that hand. But yeah.
Well, we just watched Kings win in Sacramento.
Yeah. Pre-flop. Very
Yeah, it's like the other
uninspired.
team
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
show up,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Sacramento Kings win.
It's a bye week for the Kings, so it's
So
an
we
auto
won.
win.
Yeah.
Great job. The other team's plane had gas problems.
Yeah, the plane crashed.
Oh, wow. Those are
I don't know
definitely
why it would knock. I don't
gas
believe in that
problems.
stuff. Nat is back, right? What, right? Nat is back. I love that Nat's here. He seems a little chill though right now.
Yeah, it's only been like 4 or 5 hands, though. That's not.
That's true. It's not
I
a fair
think-
sample size.
I think he'll have a chance to mix it up a little bit.
Nat's raising to what looks like 30
They must. I feel like they're straddling now because
because the raise
the
to 30.
raise is bigger. Yeah, they were starting to raise with 215.
Yeah, there. Casey has a $10 straddle
Yeah,
out. What?
good
This
job.
is what I like about Casey. Casey comes to play. She's not gonna be sitting there all worried about anything. She'll play.
I would bet money that Casey is going to end this session up. Probably like 500 plus.
Casey checks the 9 high flop, and it's checked around. 5 on the turn. Now she's gonna lead. She's gonna pull back that. Well, no, sorry, she didn't pull back the bet. So she bets 50, and here comes Nat. Nat doesn't really care what he has.
I mean, he's got a gutter and he's high.
He needs a 7, yeah. 7 or 8.
On a board that, like, how confident do you really feel with any hand except for 7-8 on this board, right?
Yeah.
You know-
I mean, if I have 2 pair, I'm calling.
Yeah, for sure. Or a single pair is going to have a really hard time calling.
And then there's always, you have to take into consideration it is Nat. And I've seen him do this with air, which he kind of, I mean, this is a semi-bluff. He does have an inside straight draw. Although,
Yeah.
like, when she did play in my game, a few times she did give in when you push back. And yeah, she folds. I mean, it's not a terrible fold. You
No, I
can't-
think it's probably a good fold.
I think most of the time it's a good fold.
She kind of gives him a look when he shows the 8. It's like, yeah, I guess just the gutter. A lot of people do that though. They put pressure on in position with you know, something like a gut shot and ace high. I mean, an ace or a 7 or an 8. It's going to win him the hand.
Yeah.
Great job.
I like it.
Great job, Nat. I don't think it's a bad fold. I think you could almost argue that it's a really tough flop to bet with that specific hand, King 6. Because you're probably not going to bet the river, regardless of whatever the river is. I mean, unless the river's a king.
Yeah.
Or another 6. So you check and then you just hope that your bet on the turn keeps your opponent from betting the river. Although I think I would probably default to whatever Casey's line is, because she seems like a very solid player.
She is pretty solid. Duckboy81, what's up? Welcome to the chat. He said this, I must say the stream is pretty cool to get connected back to my folks from overseas. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. So, Nat raises to 45, under the gun +2 with an ace-jack, flops top pair. Aaron picks up an inside straight draw, and Harlan has heart.
Heart.
Heart. That's all you've got in this. There's no skin in
and
the game.
Harlan is Harlan.
Checked around 8 on the turn. Doesn't change anything, but there are 4 cards to a straight, plus 2 flush draws out there now. Now, everyone checks to Nat. I like this bet. But the problem is you're typically going to get called by or raised by something that's beating you.
I checked to him twice.
Probably no straight out there.
Yeah, I think it's a safe bet. You want it, you know, like maybe somebody's going to call you the 10 there. Maybe somebody calls one bet for a flush draw. There's 2 flush draws there.
Rick and Barstow, Casey is a lovely lady.
Yeah. I mean, in just the standard, every time she's on the stream, she's dressed up.
She looks fantastic.
She brings
if I would have known
wardrobe game.
If I would have known that she was here,
you guys didn't
I would have brought my A wardrobe game. So because like obviously she's hot AF.
Dave is matching the wardrobe game though. I like the jacket. I really do. You don't like it?
I don't know.
I mean, it's one of those things. Some people dress up, some people just wear whatever they normally wear.
I think a standard Stones hoodie is great.
Oh, for sure.
This is a limp pot. You know, limp pots, what can I say? Limp pots.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going on a date and everything went so well. And then the night ends just abruptly.
I like how you always bring it back there. No. Like, oh, it's like a Saturday night or a date or something. Yeah. There's another poker live stream. Let's see. Were you listening to
Was Stack's in the booth with you? In the booth with you, huh? When he's here?
Oh.
I saw him on the calendar. Mustak is a friend of the show and pretty soon a commentator. We'll see how he does.
Nice.
I'm going to be honest with you, Mustak. If you like screw up, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
But
she will.
Mustak, you better get your ugly Christmas sweater game strong. Because I know you're coming to Veronica and Friends December 20th for the Christmas show. You better come correct, and I know you will. You've never let me down yet. Did you see the last Veronica and Friends and like the friggin' 9 bottles of champagne Miss Stack brought?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh dear God.
I missed it.
I think maybe 1 or 2 of us walked out of here. I Ubered here because I knew Miss Stack was going to be in the game.
Oh, okay.
So it's a $10 straddle. Wow, I'm hitting puberty. It's a $10 straddle and a bunch of callers.
Okay, so Dave was already in the straddle with ace-5 of clubs, and he raised it. Oh no, excuse me. He did not raise it. Harlan raised.
Ace 7-6 on the flop. Dave C pulls ahead.
Harlan gets to act first. Not bad. Definitely peel if you're Dave. Harlan makes it 100. So bets 100 quick. Dave calls really fast behind. Harlan might bet again because he hits the king. It'll probably go check, check. And Harlan might poke with the king. No, actually, I think he's going to check. I think he feels like... maybe he won't. He did fire 100 on the flop, but he did get snap called, so... Check, check. He's going to get to showdown with his king, but it's no good. Dave takes down the pot with ace-5. I wonder if Harlan would have called a bet there on the river. I think he might have.
That hand was all you, babe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he might have called it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Like explaining. This is like when you were telling me about this hand the other day or yesterday, and you were just like, "Oh, there's like an ace on the flop, and then other cards, and then it."
Well, the whole point is like, if it's checked around twice, like both streets, and then on Fifth Street, sorry, it's bet. What's more profitable? Like.
Oh, I mean, I got what you're saying. I was just trying to give you a hard time. It doesn't work as well when I try to give you a hard time.
No, apparently it
Huge
is not.
surprise.
Huge. Number one headband, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat. We have a 5-5 unlimited hold'em tonight. It looks like Frederick raises to 20. Brian G says, I want
Casey,
to get
kings again.
involved. Casey is reaching for chips with kings. I love it. I love it. She's been so active, so it looks like, you know, she's just trying to push these guys around.
Yeah. I mean, she could do this with a lot of hands that aren't kings. Nat's definitely gonna. Well,
I would have liked the 3-bet to be bigger.
Bigger? What? So call, or so raise a 20, call 20.
So
then G4.
60.
It's not bad.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think it's a good
really
size.
Close to where you would.
Never mind. I was thinking the pot was a little bit bigger, but yeah. No, it's a good size.
I actually thought that Nat coming along and Fred coming along would keep Brian in there, and I think maybe odds-wise, you're priced in to peel for a set.
I'm priced in for any amount.
Because it was like $60 to call into a 280 pot. You're getting like 4 to 1. Those are the right odds to set mine. For sure.
Casey's still, got an overpair. I think this screams overpair. But Nat does pick up an inside straight draw, and
I wouldn't be surprised to see Nat raise.
He too has an overpair, and Nat likes raising these spots.
Yeah, he already showed that. Right? Like last time when he had a gutter. I feel like he's
he's my bae. Oh gosh.
He's gonna call minimum, but I really think he's gonna raise here because this is not a board you want to call twice on. Although I can't imagine he thinks Casey has connected with this flop.
I feel like he's gonna give Casey a really tough time tonight. He's checking.
She's gonna.
She's gonna continue. I think. I mean, the problem is, what value is she gonna squeeze out right now? Like a 2-pair hand, but 2-pair hand now would probably boat up on her, and maybe a flush draw. But I feel like I don't mind a check back here, especially when he calls. I don't know. What do you think?
I think she could check back, thinking that maybe Nat is gonna bet.
I think
like
a little
every
bit of,
river.
Yeah, and then you can just call any river. Yeah, I think like a little pot control here on this turn would be ideal for me.
But she might know right where he's at in a similar spot, an overpaired.
All in.
Oh, but now he.
Gross. This is so gross.
I think she will call. She made it.
And then love it when she sees it.
What did she bet?
She's got 400 more.
She bet like 120 or something. Yeah. Okay. So she called. Yeah.
If she had more chips, that would have worked beautifully.
I still think she might have. She called.
If she had more chips, she wouldn't call. It's really hard to bluff a shorter stack. She didn't have much behind.
Yeah.
If she had like 2,400 behind or 1,400, she'll probably fold. Because it's like what? It's 3 cards to a straight, board's paired. Like that board hits his calling range way more than her pre-flop raising range. That's like.
Does it though? Like.
Yeah, it does.
It was raise, call.
Is she raised?
85, and he calls 85.
He was in the blind.
In the small blind.
He was in the blind. He just called her raise.
Yeah. So that doesn't look like a hand that connects with 4, 5, 6 to me.
That's so much more of a hand that connects to 4, 5, 6 than a hand like hers that raised pre-flop. Like she looks more like overpair. He looks more like 8, 7, 6, 5s, maybe like 7, 8 suited, something like that. Like that's way more of a calling hand. Like if he has ace king there, he 4-bets her. If he has a strong hand like that's as valuable as hers, he 3-bets her all day.
Yeah, but is he gonna call with 5, 6 or?
It's not.
Okay, well I don't know. And maybe
I'm just saying that board is way more connected to his range than hers.
Okay, I think that his range is jacked if you're calling $60 out of position against probably the best player at the table with a hand that connects with 4, 5, 6.
So say this.
Personally.
So tell me that flop. Is it more connected
for sure. It would be more likely to hit
her
him.
pre-flop
No, actually,
raising
not
range or
necessarily.
his pre-flop calling range? It's way more prone to be connected to him.
Yeah. No,
What Bryce says hard to put him on any hand he calls wide. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, here we go. Bump hot, bump hot.
I don't think
says
that-
I kind of agree with Nat. I don't know what that means.
Many change the brief. Let's see. Oh, I keep doing it. Triple D flops top pair, top.
Number one headband
bomb
said
pot.
yes, she dug into Nat's stack. Yes, she did. Go, Casey. Go, Casey. Go, Casey. Sorry.
Can you do that dance every time Casey wins a pot?
No.
No?
Us girls gotta stick together, man.
I'm ready to get back to see what great
Heather
commentary. Heath-haw?
Can't wait to get back on the table. Great commentary. Oh, it's Heath from last night.
Oh, yeah,
My
nice.
horse in the game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
we should have put some money on it.
We were both half right because we
were
both
half
had
right.
Bill.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll just like roll up on a random game and win it. Did he tell you the story?
What, that
He busted early and then went and played cash and made $300 and there were like minutes left to buy back in. He's like, I'm just gonna go buy back in.
Oh, wow. Not too shabby.
Right?
Great job.
I never have those
I
stories.
didn't know that story.
All my stories end in like, I busted out.
and that look, too. Bust out
Speaking of
face.
which, I'm going to be doing an 08 tournament on Thursday at the WPT.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I'll see you there.
For sure.
5 p.m., right?
It's a 270 arena.
It's actually a 7 p.m. start.
Are you sure
so
it's not
don't
Wednesday?
show up at 5.
Oh, if it's Wednesday, I can't do it.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Wednesday is like a Super 8.
Oh, okay, so it is Thursday. All right,
No,
cool.
no, Wednesday is not Omaha 8. It's called Super 8.
Yeah.
That means it's only 8
Action
hands.
8, yeah.
Hold up. But Thursday is the 08.
I was actually just going to ask what made Harlan not wear his, like, King's hoodie, his King hoodie. And there it is. He just put it on.
There it is, yeah.
He's throwing it on. Apparently it's a bit chilly in here.
Safari guy said V Brill danced and we missed it on camera. I did.
I mean, how
It was
did
like a
you
little
miss it?
cheerleader dance. It wasn't like proper or anything. You know, I used to be a ballroom dance instructor, and I competed in ballroom dancing.
Really? Have you done literally everything?
Literally everything.
It reminds me of that.
International ballroom, not American style. Just FYI, in case anyone knows.
What's the difference between the two styles?
International is much more like strict. You have like
Right,
there
so-
are more rules and different rules. Like you can't lift your
Americans a
feet
little
up.
bit more rebellious.
Loosey-goosey, yeah.
And,
396L diamonds. Nat's the only one with a diamond draw and kind of like a backdoor straight flush draw. I'm very optimistic.
Peter's not going to get any action, which actually is probably he's probably happy about this. If you get called on that flop, then you're pretty much always dodging a diamond.
Stanisms, what's up? He says international is better than American. I agree, but it's a lot more difficult. Suited aces. Let's dance, Veronica. I salsa also. So I would teach ballroom dancing all evening while I was in nursing school. I would teach ballroom dancing in the evenings. And then at like 10 o'clock we'd be done and we'd go to a salsa club till 3 in the morning and then I'd be up again at like 6.
So you were addicted to dancing.
I enjoyed my 20s.
Nice.
Enjoyed them. Those Latin clubs, man. Woo! Fire. Someone get me a fan. Thank you.
It's not an actual fan.
Peter Salad Eater has the straddle on, and he knows what makes me happy, and straddles make me happy. Although I would enjoy a larger straddle. You can straddle up to half your stack at Stones. Never forget to gamble, ladies and gentlemen.
Half your stack. I'm waiting to see that.
Harlan
Someone do that.
goes upstairs with the straddle. 40. Nat calls. Fred just...
No.
I was gonna say Fred just is
yet.
Fred just calling with a queens in the big blind? He's either being sneaky or nitty. I don't know.
I feel like it's gonna be, if he's being nitty, he's gonna have a really hard time winning this hand, depending on the flop. That's a pretty good flop for his hand.
I think it's a great flop for queens. It's a hit or miss kind of flop. Pretty much most people miss.
Yeah, nobody's gonna bet it. I would almost say, wow.
Suited Aces said, when did Frederick turn into Fred, right?
Frederick is gonna call this. He should. Almost, I don't know.
He put on a plaid shirt and said, today I'm Fred.
Oh.
Today I'm just gonna call with queens. King on the river. Fred is still
Check.
ahead.
Yeah, see, he kind of nerfs any sort of value again. I don't know that how much action he gets pre if he raises, but maybe he gets some action if he bets the flop and the turn, and then if he hates the river, he can check.
Okay, trust me, these gamblers already have their money in. If he puts in a little raise, more than a little raise, he'll probably at least.
Oh, some people will see a flop, yeah, for sure. Fair enough. I agree. So the consensus of the two of us is that Frederick might have been able to make a little bit more money on that hand.
Yes.
Just a tad
Lost
more.
a bit of value.
It's alright.
Honestly, there's a bakery by my house called Bad Bakers. If you guys follow me on Snap, you've seen me at Bad Bakers. And oh God, what I would do right now for some Bad Bakers. It's like all fresh, homemade, like European style donuts with the yeast dough and not like the baking soda dough that Americans make. And oh man.
This is fun. Last time Harlan was on the 5-5 game, Bill was there. Do you know Bill?
Yes.
Wild Bill.
Bill
I'm
H?
gonna call it. Yeah. Bill actually tempered Harlan's kind of wildness a little bit because he was so much more wild.
I love Bill.
Yeah, Bill's great.
Jack 5 flop. Pretty much nothing for no one. Checked around. Not 10 on the turn. Now Harlan picks up open-ended.
Huh. I wonder why Fred wouldn't bet the flop. I think maybe he was trying to check raise the flop.
I mean,
Perhaps.
he is out of position. I think in the small blind a check raise would be nice, but it's such a dry board, dry flop. Besides the flush draw.
Well, you could do it, Nat. All right, nice.
So Fred bets 55. Harlan calls. Nat goes upstairs. Raises to 165. I think if you're doing this for value with a 10, I think you just. I don't know about this bet.
It's an aggressive raise. It's like a position kind of. I don't know. I mean,
is he doing this for value or is he semi-bluffing?
Oh, he's definitely not doing this for value. I think he was trying to win.
Then I think he should have gone bigger. No?
Yeah.
No, then only what beats you calls.
Oh.
So checked around now. Nat's
He's
gonna take it down.
Win, yeah. Maybe he did know. Maybe he was doing it for value.
Chip Chairman, what's up? Nice to see you. Veronica, I don't seem that angry. I am. I'm always angry. I let it out so I don't get an aneurysm, right?
Right, yeah.
Although it typically it's genetic.
You gotta
It's genetic thing.
like
I let it out. Angry Polak. That's why I have that name.
Casey's got 2K now. Not too bad. Nat's down about. So it said 2,200, which I think, like 2 hands later, it said 1,800. So I'm not sure Nat's dip is accurate. I don't think he's lost $900 in 40 minutes.
Thick gravy enema. Name of the year. Value bluffed the pants off of him.
Yeah.
He did.
It was kind of I mean, maybe
was
he
a
was
super
also
value
thinking
bluff.
that the 10, maybe he was thinking 10 was the best hand and he wanted to see a river.
Let's create a new name. Value bluffing.
That is not I don't think that's a new thing.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
Nat's the king of value bluffing.
Oh, this could get a little bit actiony again.
Poker buns. Or pocket buns.
Pocket buns.
Sorry, it's like really like almost
Need to
yellow. I
watch
can barely see it.
poker on Twitch?
I need to. I'm new to watching poker on Twitch. This is much better than YouTube. Thank
Ooh.
you. Welcome.
Should tell that to Twitch. Well, I guess you're telling
Wap
that
Right
to
thinks
Twitch.
Twitch is the bomb. He lives in Twitch.
Twitch is great.
So, Harlan. So who's original better here?
I want to say Casey made it 15.
And then that 3 bets to 55. I would have liked a bigger 3 bet. The pot's like 200 before you 3 bet. I would have liked
And Brian just flattered with kings though.
like
Wow.
$150.
If somebody's 3 betting, I think you could totally raise the kings here and get, even if no one calls, you're still making a decent amount of money.
Ace 7-3 on the flop. Everybody called. Harlan pulls ahead. Brian's got kings and like, what the hell, man? I'm like versus almost the entire table. He's reaching for chips. I hope he's not betting.
Who? Peter?
Brian.
Oh, Brent. He probably hates that
No, he
flop
checked,
with
he
this many
checked.
people.
Yeah, that's
For
what
sure.
I'm saying. This many people, you never with kings bet.
Dave C. Where's Dave C. at? Let's see. Oh, Dave
So
C.
Nat
has an
bets
ace.
110. He continues.
So 2 weak aces though. So if anybody's like hyper aggro, maybe they'll let him go.
Brian knows he's no good, especially with this many people.
That's a case where Nat's aggression helps Brian save some money
Yeah.
because he was the first one to bet, right? It didn't check to Nat.
Yeah, it did. Well, I mean, an ace-high flop with like 7 people in the hand. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I don't think
Bruh.
if it checks to him again, there's no way he's betting.
Jack on the turn.
Check. I mean, I don't think he should bet. I guess
Does Nat
this
give up
does
here?
look like a pretty strong ace, or it can, for sure. He might be able to get these weaker aces to fold. I don't know how much Harlan loves his hand. Given
Suited Aces said that Brian played those kings so passively. I agree,
Right.
like way too passive. Because free flop he just called, right?
Yeah, and there was a lot of action. So if he raises pre and no one calls, he still makes like $150.
I would have clicked
Yeah. I think you have to raise it because there's already enough in the pot.
Put my butter on the stove and got it all warm and like rolled in it, and then I would like put my chips in the middle.
This is so Harlan calls 225 on the turn. If Nat has the
Kahunas.
the stones to
Oh,
he
he had a
probably could have done it.
chance.
He had a chance. He had a chance. I think his hand totally looked like a strong ace.
Here's the problem.
Or could have been.
Here's the problem.
Tell me the problem.
Nat is trying to out-bluff or outplay short stacks. You can't. The rule is you can't bluff short stacks unless they're super nitty. But like,
I mean, he's got 1,000. Like Harlan has like 1,000.
I'm saying, Casey and Harlan had like 500 behind on that last on the river. He had like 1 green stack. I'm just saying, like, there's nothing you can do when they're short stacked. You can't get them off a hand. The F it button already goes off when your stack is short. You're like, whatever, man. I don't have much left. I have no pride either. I'm just gonna put my money in.
I think Nat might have thought Harlan had a weak ace and thought he could get get him off of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or some kind of weak pair that he wasn't super excited about.
My name is Rip says never play kings like that. I agree. 100% agree. Suited aces pre-flop you should have 4 bet. I agree. Immortal 1, LOL Kappa. I don't know what that, like, no, I know what that means.
Oh,
but I'm just
kings
saying
again.
You're not. Okay,
This time he's,
thank you, but.
What a. Did we rig this deck tonight? This is pretty insane. So far. Two hands in a row gets kings. Now he's going to get some
It would have been fun if
too.
Peter had King Jack, right? Blockers for both.
Yeah. I mean, sure.
Small blind, big blind.
I think he's more likely to call 10 Jack, maybe?
This flop is gonna slow everybody down.
Yeah, this is pretty loaded.
Poker Bun says rig deck confirmed.
King that small and gets crushed huge when you play bad line. I think for sure he missed out on an opportunity to make an easy $150 in the last hand. So let's see what happens here. I don't think he's gonna fold to one bet.
Perhaps not.
Really likes kings. I think. Oh wow, maybe he is. I guess Brian's like super.
I folds kings.
Wow. Yeah,
And
I guess
shows them.
That's yeah.
And then Aces Ron shows his jacks.
Wow.
Immortal 1 says redemption time.
That's like basically Aces Ron just punched him right in the stomach.
He just
Boom.
called him a wuss.
Yeah. He punched him in the stomach and called him a wuss. Wow, so Kings could have won twice. Oh no, that's not true. Carlin and Dave both flopped an ace last time. But yeah, I'm not sure if you're gonna fold kings in that spot. I don't know that you want to show people that. I think somebody like Nat is really gonna come at you the next time you 3-bet and an ace comes on the flop.
Nat got more chips, ladies and gentlemen. Be afraid.
He reloaded.
Suited Aces says mucking kings face up is probably one of the most dumb things you can do at a poker table. Thick Gravy Enema says fold kings face up, make comment about an ace coming every time. Am I right? Standard. Am I right?
Well, sometimes people just believe they can't, they can't win. The difference here is, I don't know how much money he has behind, but there's a few big stacks at the table, so maybe in his mind he's thinking, I really don't want to lose my money.
Okay. Frederick, you and I need to talk. You're in the hijack. You have ace king. You just limp, and then you call the raise.
It's always nice.
Casey raises out of the big blind to 60, and Fred calls.
Limping and calling the raise is
10 high flop. Aaron needs an 8 to make his straight. He checks. Casey picks up a pair. And Fred has ace king and decides he's gonna call.
He was always gonna peel one with that flop. Maybe he thinks he's under-repping his hand. I mean, he definitely is under-repping his hand.
He's under-repping. Now Casey picks up 2 pair. We're all playing for an ace on the river so Casey can stack him. Because he played ace king, not ideally. I was told by my manager today, don't say wrong, say not optimal. Not for this show, for my other job. Not recommended. That's what we're supposed to say. That's not recommended. Because I tell people they're wrong.
235. Frederick says no thanks. Pretty good turn for Casey.
I wouldn't mind a check back there because there's no flush, there's no straight. She pretty much has the board locked down. Check the turn.
And let him try to hit a river.
He checked to her. No, sorry. I wouldn't mind checking the turn, either letting him bluff at it or check back, letting him catch up. Because she pretty much has the board locked down. There's no straight, there's no flush.
Wasn't that 5, 6, 8? She had 5, 6.
10. There was no straight or flush.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think either way. I think maybe she thinks she's getting value from 10 or something.
10.
Yeah.
I think you're only getting value from
Jack
a 10
or something, like, because he limped called,
I think you're only getting value from Jack 10 or a 10. So I think checking
like
there is fine, and let Frederick maybe keep his bluffs in his range, or bet a 10, or check and let him like catch up maybe on the river to like get a pair. Get
yeah, but you know, we're seeing it, but she's thinking like, okay, what's he calling that flop with? The turn didn't really change a ton. He could definitely continue if he's got a 10 or you know, something, and she's being.
Are you agreeing with me that she should have checked the turn? Are you disagreeing?
Oh, I'm not even. I'm saying you could do either.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying because.
Yeah,
we know that he's not going to call another bet.
I just think in his range, there's so few cards that will call for her with her value bet. I think like more than likely she's got this board dominated, and a check back would ensure either he keeps his bluffs in his range, or he checks back, or she checks, he checks back, and then the river comes. Maybe he makes a pair and then gives her a little bit of money. She bets for value on the river.
Yeah, I think either line is fine, because maybe she's betting because she thinks he's calling with some 10 combo or like ace-6 combo or something.
That's my point, is that that's like so few cards in his range that just like have a 10, right?
Well, I mean, based on how he's playing like really
Queen 10.
passive, but the way that he kind of limp called, some people play, you know, 9-10, ace 10, 7-10.
Peter raced in the hijack, Casey 3-bet, Nat calls, Peter calls, and we love it. King high. 2 clubs. Now Casey with an ace, looking, which she's got 2 other players. She's gonna c-bet here. She's already reaching for chips. Nat's got a 10. He's not going anywhere.
Definitely
he's a thorn in her side.
He could raise. I mean, I wouldn't be hugely surprised if he
He's
raised,
a thorn
based
in
on
her
how
side.
aggressive he's been playing. Yeah, for sure.
I would hate to have Nat on my left. I would pay money to like sit on his right, or sit on his left. Sorry.
So one of the things I think Casey is maybe doing, this is the second time she's bet into a couple people with like a hand that isn't great, but there's a lot of turn cards that make it very easy for her to bluff, or not bluff, but bet again.
I don't think this is one of them.
This is not one of them.
I think if she checks here, Nat's gonna unleash the fury.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm saying he's gonna grab a hold of his hand. Like, if he checks back or he bets, either way, the aggression will come here or the river. But he already knows where he's at in his hand. I think he knows he's ahead.
I'm wondering if Nat ever checks back, based on what I've seen so far.
So 200, it's a $670 pot. I think it's a pretty small bet, actually. It looks super value. It looks like he's got a king. He called the turn. I mean, he called the flop. This looks like, hey, I have a king. Call me with your 10.
I mean, he could do that with flush draws. Okay. Guys, let's, I just love, the chat is very fond of Casey.
Well, yeah, what's not to be fond of?
I would like to point out Casey is definitely like one of the better players that, at least in my opinion. She's solid player.
She is very solid, yeah.
So, yes, she looks nice, but she's also a talented poker player.
We all understand your references.
Yeah,
to
it's getting a
the
little
pots. So and your kappas. So just simmer it down, boys.
Yeah.
Cards are in there. Looks like there's a straddle. Is there a straddle? I'm really optimistic.
Well, is Triple D a straddler? Oh no.
Straddler. So why does Harlan? Harlan's got the big one. Oh, Harlan took the straddle. I think he bought it. I thought I saw the button in seat 9.
Huh. I'm not really sure what's going on in this one. Like Thursday. No, you don't have to apologize. I'm just saying she's both things. That's
Nitro RS, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Nat raises, 3 callers because everyone wants a piece of Nat. Peter flops top pair. Harlan has second pair, and it's checked around.
Huh. Nat is very aggressive. Plays a lot of hands.
Did you not notice why I'm in love with him? Why I have a picture of Nat next to my bed?
I didn't know.
That I
did
kiss
not
goodnight
notice.
every night, like, good night, Nat. I hope I see you in the next live stream.
And here we are with Nat.
And I've been praying to 5-Bet Jesus for a year and a half, and finally he brings Nat into the game.
5-Bet Jesus.
You haven't prayed to
Great name.
5-Bet Jesus yet?
I'm not familiar.
It's the only Jesus to pray to. There's a baby 3-Bet Jesus, and the full-grown 5-Bet Jesus.
Baby 3-Bet Jesus. Pretty fantastic.
So everybody checks to Peter. Peter bets 175 and says, "Eat it, biatches."
Can take it down.
Trying to set, Peter?
Take it down. Taking it down.
What Bright says, but Ryan is real. Yes. Ryan is real, 5-Bet Jesus is not. But you can still pray to him.
Go nuts. Nat rebought, so now he is matching the biggest stack, which is 1.9, which is a good strategy if you're going to play the way Nat's going to play, which is try to basically take all of the chips in front of everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll work too because this table has already shown itself to be a little bit
Fun.
tentative to play big pots.
Safari Guy 5 says, "I pray to Harlan, just as good as 5-Bet Jesus."
6-bet click back Jesus.
Immortal 1, Veronica, do you play in the World Series of Poker? Actually, I did for years, and then I took a break, and I will be. I'm actually going to plan a nice little schedule this upcoming summer. I'm going to do some 08, and I'm going to do the stud 808 mixed game. I think there's it's a 3,000.
2,500.
2,500.
Basically 2,000. But yeah, rounding up.
And we're playing the 08 World
PT
WPT on Thursday, right?
Faux show.
For shizzle!
have
Casey
a-
races to 40, and everyone says, "Let's play with Casey."
Stream last summer. That's what.
Watt Bry says, "I saw Veronica in Vegas this year during work." Yeah, you see me all the time, Watt Bry. Sometimes I drove by Lodi and I text Watt Bry. I'm like,
Be my
I'm
mom
near
in
Lodi.
Vegas.
Hey, Gravy Enma, no, I'm not going to be your mom. I don't want to discipline you.
Oh, this could get fun. Dave limped under the gun, which started a limp train until Casey said no thanks.
Harlan's
then
got
everybody,
a flush draw, and so does Dave C. This would be fun if a heart came on the river.
I wouldn't. I think if it checks to Casey, she might bet here. Nat doesn't like losing pots. Like he looks like he's really wanting to bet.
Heath Haw asking if I'm selling pieces. Heath Haw, you just scored a big score last night,
Right,
and now you just want to blow it.
He wants to invest.
Now you want to blow it.
Don't listen to her. You don't want to
My
kill all
stock
your...
prices are going down. And Baldy, what's up? Nice to see you.
That's
Giant
awesome.
bear hug back to you.
Hey, welcome back. I haven't seen you. Yeah, Nat bets $80. I think
Casey
this
calls.
is why Casey's the boss, because that feels like a really weird bet.
So
And
the
now,
board is
yeah,
double
Watch
pair.
Nat just bomb this.
But Nat has to bomb. What else is Nat going to do? The problem is,
This
he's
is
like,
such a-
what is Casey calling me with? If she has a 4 or a 9, she wins.
So she checks behind and they chop. Choppity chop chop. I like the call by Casey. I think she's attuned to Nat's like style. Does that make sense?
She's not letting him
Yeah.
take advantage.
She won't be pushed around.
No, you little boy, come here, I beat you up. She's like, look at Nat, I'm stuck in your chips, biatch.
I don't know if Casey's doing that, but Veronica's doing it. Veronica is like Casey's hype woman. Behind
me
her.
some
Yeah.
Casey.
How about
Yeah.
that, Nat?
I'm her, what is his name? Okay, I'm having a brain fart today. I can't remember anything. Flava Flav! I'm her Flava Flav. Yeah, boy! Right
So
behind her.
Basically like a hype man.
I'm a hype man.
Yeah, or a hype person. You can be a hype man too.
Sudadesa said salad right at 8 o'clock.
Bam.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Wow. Who had 8 o'clock? Did you say 8 or did 8:30?
I had the under at 8:30 and who had the 8 o'clock over on 8 o'clock and we had a half an hour window. Student Aces, I think, had that over on 8. And it was like exactly 8. Was that a push or did he win?
Yeah, boy. So I love how excited the chat gets about salad.
Brian G, well, we all expect it, right? It's kind of like we're creatures of habit. Brian G puts in a raise pre-flop and gets the blinds calling. Checked around, jack on the turn.
It's gonna be another beautiful hand.
A king queen would be really nice. They, Brian and Nat need a queen.
Nat.
This is a passively played hand. And Brian's gonna take this down with a 10.
Oh, Nat went from like 120 miles an hour to this hand. Now he's in like a school crossing zone, going like 15. He's going 10. He's going lower than the speed limit currently on that hand because flopping that flop compared to the last flop that he led, or the last board that he led into like 3 people, seemed like a perfectly reasonable thing. So he check calls the river. Brian actually gets a little bit of value at the end. Only 20 bucks.
20 bucks is 20 bucks?
Yeah, 20 bucks is better than no bucks.
Slim value is better than no value.
Good hands, passively, the hands best. Yeah, there's a lot of... Nat is the one that's going, or you know...
Jane, just end the sentence. Nat is the one. Nat is the one.
Somebody make Veronica a Nat t-shirt.
Who said that? Someone make Veronica a Nat t-shirt? Who said that?
I'm saying that.
Oh yeah, someone make me a Nat t-shirt.
Who said that?
Like whoever said that
am I like
right.
a ventriloquist? Some guy over there said it.
Somebody make
Veronica. Oh, somebody make. You're supposed to do the voice. I'm just doing the mouth.
No, I'm the ventriloquist.
Right, exactly.
Is it ventriloquist or ventriloquist? Oh, Sasha in the Hizzy just got 3rd place in a big WPT tournament. Hi, Sasha. Nice win. He's
Nice win. You said nice win. You got 3rd place. Sick needle. In poker, that's a...
I love needling my friends. Rob Malt 725. What's up? So I don't know what's going on, but I have like something in my throat, and it's making me like my voice crack.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's puberty. I don't know.
It's probably just like you're having flashbacks because you have such a crush on Nat that you feel like a 14-year-old girl again.
I know, I do. 2 flop. Nat raises to 30. Brian calls. Queen high flop. Nat finally takes the best of it, but never easy because someone's open-ended.
Check. It's gonna go check. Nat's gonna probably bet, and then I think Brian's gonna fold. I think if you're Nat, you should have bet that flop based on what you've been doing. You're betting really aggressively.
Why is he betting aggressively with nothing and like passive when he has something?
Yeah. I guess Brian is loosening up his range a little bit too.
Face on the river.
And it probably goes check. I think Nat can bet here again, and probably will, the way Nat's been playing. But he's definitely not getting called. Oh, he makes it 200. So he bet the pot.
Big Gravy Enma says, I ask every table I sit at if anyone is on Twitch. If they say yes, I ignore everything they say for the rest of the time.
That's pretty fun. I enjoy that. So just a look at the leaderboard and the chip leaders. I'm just kidding. Nat and Casey with the 2 big stacks.
The chip stack of doom, or of Nat. From Middle Earth.
So far, it's been the chip stack of doom. So far.
Oh,
but we're only an hour in. Nat's got plenty of time to rev the engine and get going again. Just want to point out to everyone who says Kings can't win in Sacramento, the Kings are currently beating the Warriors. Although that game is not in Sacramento,
it's
so
2 points.
that makes a lot of sense.
That's true, yeah.
And it's far from over, but whatever.
Casey's got Kings.
Speaking of Kings, winning
Casey's got
in Sacramento.
Kings. Raises to 40.
Ooh, a lot of King Cracker type hands here.
Harlan
Jack
calls.
10, Ace 6 suited, Ace 3 suited.
Triple D
Ace
and Nat.
Queen suited. Oh,
Nat,
squeeze in
4-bet.
half.
4-bet.
This is where Casey is never going to call this. She's going to absolutely
And then her hand turns
bump
face
it.
up.
No, I don't think it necessarily
Yeah,
does.
it screams
I think
over
because
pair.
it's Nat, she could easily...
She's gonna 4-bet.
Oh, yeah, but she's also... She's going to make $300 on this hand if no one calls her raise. Which I think she's fine with. Especially, I mean, if she could see the hand she's up against. You know, she might actually want to let him see a flop because everybody has an ace, right? But she's never going to call on this spot. But I also don't know. I wonder if she made it small enough if Nat would play back at her, but I don't know. It's going to be pretty
I
big.
kind of would like that.
She's going to make it 700 or somewhere in the vicinity of 700.
3-bet to 220. She's...
Maybe it's like 680.
Actually,
So
that's a
she
nice...
3x the...
Yeah, she 3x'd it.
It's pretty standard. I don't think there's any way Triple D's continuing.
645?
Okay.
Okay.
Nat is like finally has a real hand that he was
may
in
still call.
He was in a really nice. It's probably
may still
worthwhile to call. He's in position. He's already put 200 in there. It's only 400 to call to win. He's getting like 2.5 to 1 in position with ace queen suited. There's a lot of flop. I mean, he probably thinks if he flops an ace, he's going to be good. Yeah. I just wonder if he might raise, but
The thing is, she's only doing this with kings. He's blocking queens right now. She more than likely just has kings. She's not doing this with jacks. So he knows exactly where he's at. He needs to catch an ace. Or 2 spades. That's what's going through his mind right now. There's no way she's doing this. He's blocking queens.
He hates it. It's so funny.
Waprice says problem is if he flops an ace, he doesn't get paid.
I don't think
That's
that this
true.
is necessarily a fold, although
He's not slow rolling, he's slow folding, Russian Mike the Don says.
no, I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's folding.
He's
Maybe
folding,
not.
he's
wow,
folding.
he gave up.
That's what I'm saying, she turned her hand face up. Just if he deduces what she's got.
Sure, but
She has to
she's
have
more than
kings
happy
there.
to win the money.
The
She could
monies.
do that with. Okay,
The
so
monies.
you're
No.
saying she's not doing it with jacks?
No, she'll never do that with jacks.
I
She'd
think
never
Casey
do that with
would
jacks.
do that with jacks
And
against
he's
Nat specifically.
blocking-
I would
no.
do that with jacks
And
against Nat specifically.
no, she's not doing that with jacks. And he's blocking queens. She only has kings there. He's blocking aces. She only has.
I don't
kings
know
there.
about that. I
He
think a
knows
lot
he
of,
has to flop an ace.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Problem solved. Case closed.
I don't think she only ever has kings there.
No. Face up.
Like everybody's hand is facing.
Well, I mean, her hand, the way she played it was.
I think it could easily be something that's more vulnerable.
She's gonna do that with jacks? No, she'll call.
I
them.
would do that with jacks against Nat. I think she's more than capable of doing that with jacks.
I'm not saying she's not capable. I'm saying she's not doing it.
I think she would.
Harlan
I
raises
hope
to
we find
40.
out.
Nat calls.
Oh, Brian G. Just flats behind with queen.
Mustak says she's not deep enough for him to call, and I doubt her range is wide enough if she's 4-betting much. I agree. So we have kind of a family pot. Half the players in this one. Lots of pocket pairs, and Nat sitting there with a dry ace.
I mean, he just flatted.
And Nat pulls ahead.
Ooh.
Only person with a diamond is Dave and Aaron, and Aaron's doesn't really count.
I don't know how much blood there's going to be on this one. These boards sometimes they either incite action or they scare people.
Brian with queens now. This is what is going on?
He just called in position. He's playing very passive.
Pinnacle deck.
We're getting a lot of hands that could have blown up into huge hands, but everybody's playing these passive hands, or these big hands very passively. So we're not getting the huge pots we deserve.
I will say that the way Casey's playing her big hands is much like more, I think, GTO, there's the diamond, than the way like Brian plays his kings and queens. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
I like what she's doing tonight.
She is making money.
Yeah.
Currently in the first hour, she's gone up probably about $300-400 bucks. Actually, no, just $300-400 bucks on that one pot.
Harlan picks up a set on the river.
Wait, of all the diamonds, the 9 of diamonds. Yeah, of course Harlan gets there. That's funny. I don't know any pros that have a 4-bet value range.
Safari Guy 5 says, "See, pray to Harlan, suck out on the river."
I think that maybe it's the hoodie. The power is in the hoodie.
That hoodie, man. That hoodie, he runs good in that hoodie. I don't believe in that crap, so don't start tweeting me and IMing me. Yeah, but I'm saying
people are hypercritical of your
I'm
believing
joking.
in superstitions.
I don't believe in superstitions.
It's a fact. It's not a superstition. He wears the hoodie. He runs.
It's science. We're a science show, obviously.
Yes, that's it. It's Stones, live poker, and science.
We have a little mini raise to 10. Poker Ninja, Veronica, how big is this one? AU?
How big is one AU? It's like a measurement. Measuring unit. Or unit of measurement. That's what I'm saying. Is it an astronomical unit or something?
Is that metric?
I think it's
check
like
raise.
a spaceman.
Check raise, flop, check turn. Hi Veronica, much love to you. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. 9 high flop, and that actually flops a really nice open-ended straight draw and a backdoor flush draw. Casey has a pair and a backdoor flush draw. Casey and Nat. It's the Nat and Casey show tonight. Nacy. It's the Nacy show.
Isn't there somebody named Nacy?
I don't know, but tonight it's Nacy.
My crap, Ruffalo, I was thinking the same thing. 250 in the pot already.
I couldn't think of a better 2 players to talk about all night.
Yeah.
Nacy.
Nacy, yeah. Cats too.
I don't like cats.
Nacy's. Let's go check. I wonder if Casey's gonna bet value here or this try. I mean, I feel like she could check call because it's Nat.
She's handling being out of position in Nat really well.
Nat.
She bets, he folds. It's gonna be a fun night.
It's already been a fun night.
Yeah, but it's just like getting warmed up.
Yeah, it's been 30% of a fun night.
8:13. Yeah, we're good. An hour and 45 minutes still.
Do you think if I shove, she would call? People are in. Alright, so Casey about 500 up on Nat. I wonder if Nat is going to try to match that stack. If he gets too far behind, he might try to match that stack. Alright, new dealer, so I'm pretty sure that means it's bomb pot time.
Bomb pot. Bomb pot. Love me some bomb pot.
It's an original song, everyone, by Veronica.
I own it. You want to buy it? Hit me up.
That's just a taste preview of the whole song.
No, that's the whole song.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You just have to like hit replay.
It's like you just play like a bass beat and you just say the same thing over and over again. Damn, you made a song. Congratulations. Alright. Pretty passive 5-5 game. Yeah, Nat's been pretty amped in terms of his level of aggression. Most everyone has been playing pretty passive, but Nat and Casey are definitely mixing it up. Harlan hasn't been afraid either, really, but...
I like Nat's hand here. He's got an inside straight draw with a backdoor flush draw. There's the 10 for Fred, I think. Yeah, Fred's got a straight. Does someone have...
You can't love it, though, especially when Nat bets.
You can't love anything in a bomb pot. Everybody has everything.
Yeah, true. Everyone does love a bomb pot. Everyone loves a bomb pot way more than like a chopped pot, that's for sure. Dave C. flop. How did we not see Dave C. flop the entire world and then some?
And that's why Fred's hand wasn't registering as high equity. So Nat bets 150, Dave C calls, Fred calls. Harlan's this hand. River brings a flush. Nat's got a pair, Dave C's got a boat, Fred's got a straight.
Wow, this could get nuts. Yeah.
Who's been praying to Harlan? Thank you.
No, but... Wow. Little does Dave know.
Everyone
He's
checks
actually going to
Dave.
get some value here, I think. He's going to get called here.
He bets 5 into 800.
I think, I don't know. Maybe Harlan's going to find a fold here, but he's up against a straight and a flush. I feel one of these people is going to call him, I think.
So it's different. Harlan's hand's different if it's heads up. I call heads up, but I don't know if I can call with this many people in the hand. Especially Frederick. In Frederick's position, Frederick's got a straight.
Actually,
but a flush
Harlan can
beats
find
you.
a fold here.
A boat beats you. Full house beats you. Like you're. I mean, yeah, I think you should find a fold here, especially out of position.
Well, the real frustrating part about this for Frederick is that there's still Nat, right, who checked. Harlan checked as well, it looks like, right?
And Dave's staring him down.
Yeah, so he has two people that still have action behind him, and if you call there, you just hate...
I don't know what the stare down is for, because you kind of don't want to like try to intimidate anyone. You want people to call. Like, what beats you?
I think Harlan can find a fold here.
Nothing will beat you. You want to not
you
stare
have
people down.
The nuts,
you want them to
You're winning these.
call.
100% of the time. And I think Harlan can find a fold here.
Oh my God!
Doesn't.
Chop pots! Chop pots, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Exactly. That is like spot on. By the way, that's my favorite movie. Like, ever. I watch
Boys?
it. Oh God.
By the way, Chop Pots, I just want to point out that there's a Z, I'm pretty sure. Isn't it? No, maybe not.
It like Chop Pots, if I can give you $10 for just getting that spot on, it's so incredibly spot on. Does he not? Did you watch that show? Did you watch
I have
Lost
seen
Boys?
Lost Boys, but a long time ago. God,
I love that movie. I just want to be bitten by one of those vampires.
There's a lot of people in that movie, I think, if I'm remembering it correctly. So Dave C now almost up to 3,000 smackaroos. Great job, Dave C.
Just side note, Chop Pots, since you know the movie, Lost Boys, remember the saxophone player? The shirtless, oiled up saxophone player in the beginning at the amusement park?
That guy is dead from that movie.
No, he's not.
What, the guy who plays the dad?
Saxophone?
Or the saxophone player?
I think I saw a picture of him like 20 years later and he was like out of shape and...
Oh,
yeah.
Edward Herman.
Is that his name? Oh my gosh, I feel bad now. Nat races to 15. David C is his #1 customer. Well, actually, Casey is. And Aaron calls. Ace Queen 3, 2 diamonds. Aaron checks. Nat bets 30.
And if you're Aaron, I think you keep check. Ooh.
Deuce of diamonds on the turn.
A fantastic turn card for Aaron.
Deuce on the river.
Guy who played hands.
Aaron bets and Nat folds. This place is like
Yeah, it's popping.
so full. It is popping. Every time I do commentary, they don't put a table here because I'm loud.
Is that why? Have there been complaints? I feel like you should just be waving to the people at the table all the time. Like, hey, hey, hey.
I
hey,
do, but
hey.
they don't appreciate me. Not a lot of men actually really appreciate me. Like, I'm probably a lot to handle.
Yeah.
Veronica and friends. Actually, this December 20th is going to be Omaha 8 again.
Third Wednesday of every month. So that's the next one that's coming up.
Yeah.
Omaha 8.
Omaha.
Omaha 8. Jason Patrick. Yeah. He was in Lost Boys. Now he's like a carpenter. Well, when they need to do like Speed 4, I'm sure they'll call Jason Patrick. Yeah. There's a rack attack, not a rat attack, but yes. Every touchdown.
Kevin Jav 916. The
That would be terrible. Every
attack.
touchdown, it's a rat attack.
We unleash the rats.
What unlucky table is gonna get the rat attack? Holy crap!
My brain's crazy enough to find that funny.
You did, yeah. Great job. Love difficult women, so Veronica is hashtag goals for me. Thick gravy enema. Look,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this, regardless of your
a guy
opinions
named
on
Big
Veronica.
Gravy Anima. That's
that's hashtag goals for you.
Hashtag goals for yeah. That's my rat attack. I want that.
I want that. Hang on, let me wind up the.
Casey's
the
got
wall
another
machine.
pocket pair. She said, "I'm just gonna go powder my nose,
Let's
and then
see.
I'll be
She has
back."
jacks now, so let's see what
So a
happens
pocket pair.
if Nat wakes up with Ace Queen here. Let's see if she does the same thing with jacks.
Obviously, if Casey has a hand, Nat usually does too, but he's sitting out.
away from the table. Hey, what? No more for me. Yes. No more. Wow, Rick and Barstow is passing on Veronica and friends just because of Omaha. Wow, sounds like gameism. Blatant gameism.
Sorry. Don't hate the game. I love the way Casey adjusts her lipstick while the chips are being scooped towards her. That's my kind of girl.
Great job.
I'm all about keeping that lipstick on point.
Yeah.
Although guys don't like it on dates. It's too much lipstick.
I'm indifferent. Too much I guess too much lipstick. Do you get the whole thing like
No, are you crazy?
Like
I'm
a Joker kind of thing
I'm
going
not a
on?
mess.
I don't know, I thought everybody's a mess on Meth Monday.
No.
Some people can control their meth.
I'm not on meth, but
Oh,
it's Meth Mondays. It doesn't mean I'm on meth.
oh, okay. I thought that
I'm
was...
a Wine Wednesday girl. Peter raises to 100.
Pocket teams.
100.
Is that just like a straight up raise to 100? Peter really doesn't want to lose that with that hand. Yeah, I didn't say that. I have never heard of Meth Monday.
Safari Guy, 2 Cakes Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think she changes the game often, Rick.
Postle. Mr. Mike Postle. NEF
What did I
Player of
say?
the Year. He's ignoring me.
Do you just get big time?
Does anyone hear me?
I don't know. You're
Mike
in a booth.
Postle.
I think the people in Twitch
Get your
chat
butt
do
over
you.
here. Stop ignoring me.
She's
I have
the
a
best
question
on the
for
team.
you.
He needs a temptation
Babes.
on a couple of clicks. Meatstones Monday word of the night. Walk Brian Wednesdays.
Hi.
What's the The word of the
Hello, dear.
night is gonna be.
Are you scheduled for my Veronica and Friends in December?
Shawl,
I don't know, am I?
Are you?
which in case you aren't
December
sure,
20th?
that's
Yes?
what
That's your official
Veronica's
invite.
20th?
On the air. All right. Mike Possel's going to be in my game. I can't take it back now. You better show up.
confirmed.
I'll text you. Huh?
Hold her to it.
Obviously. I didn't have
Right,
to ask him. I had to ask him.
This is a big multi-way pot here, not a bomb pot, even though everybody is playing it.
Although it would be fun.
I mean, it's effectively a bomb pot with just less money. Let's see, nobody really has any fantastic spots here. The jack, queen. I don't know. I think maybe Dave might try to get some value here if it keeps checking. Small bet of 20. Brent, awkward friend that don't know him. Oh, I know Mike. We're just not like hugging type friends. I don't
Well, you
even,
know Daniel Negreanu, so
Oh, yeah.
That's
We're
your-
also
your
Daniel
sick-
Negreanu and myself are not hugging friends either.
that's your humble brag, actually.
Yeah.
You can call me Joker. What's up? Nice to see you in the chat.
Watch. It's like a reunion. A lot of the people. This is why I like the.
Oh, Stuck a
cash
Buck.
music.
What's up? Nice to see you. I didn't see you in there. If you're not on Twitter, you're missing out.
Kissing friends? No. We're not kissing
Angry
friends.
underscore Polak on Twitter. Hit me up. If you're on Snapchat, let me know. I like me some Snapchat.
All right, I like it. Triple D getting up in there with the Queen 10 of spades.
So Brian raises to 20. Triple D 3-bets him. He's been pretty quiet this whole time. I'd be surprised if Brian called, but he does. And we will go heads up. Now tell me, do you want to love me forever to a flop? King high, Brian pulls ahead, although Triple D picks up a pair. And Brian just called, now he's leading into Triple D. Remember what we said.
The donk bet, right?
The donk bet.
But this is top pair, though.
Yeah.
He is actually the original raiser.
That's true.
So
But,
he just called
but
behind.
it changes,
It's
though, the
not
dynamic
It's not
when
really a donk
he
bet.
called the 3-bet.
Yeah. I actually like. Well, Brian's going to keep firing. And I think Triple D.
Well, now he picks up a
There's no
flush
way
draw.
Triple D's folding, but I wonder if Triple D might raise because he was playing. The last time he played a hand, he was pretty aggressive.
Good to see you. Asked if I've sneezed on anyone's chicken fingers tonight.
Looks like, yeah, no, I didn't order chicken fingers tonight for that exact reason. Wow. Triple D makes it 250.
Wow.
I
It's almost like a double check raise. It feels like it. It does. It's so because the pre-flop raise and then the
see,
check.
Masek knows what we were talking about yesterday. The donk bets. Just bomb it. But is it? He did raise initially, and then he called a 3-bet, and then led.
So
I think that's
Brian
slightly
called.
different,
Yes,
yeah. I think it's
he did
slightly
raise
different.
initially and called Triple D's 3-bet, and now gets raised on the turn and won't give up. I love it.
I like. Ooh.
Whoa!
And now he just
dirty.
hates it.
Dun,
He's
dun,
probably
dun,
gonna
dun.
check.
The thing is with Brian, thinking less chance that he's got a flush draw because, well, maybe the action on the turn. Does a flush draw raise
Well, he
you on the
didn't
turn?
raise.
Triple D
A
raised
pair
the
and a
turn.
flush draw.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a huge raise, so we basically priced or attempted to price him in.
Yeah, I like.
And you
and now he
just shove.
checks.
I mean, you only have 600? No, not even.
3, 4, 5, 6. Just over 6.
250,
Just over 6. Yeah, I shove.
5, 6.
I shove here.
I
I
guess
like
he
to
thinks-
shove more.
Yeah.
Looks,
I mean,
shove
a
looks
shove.
weaker.
Yeah.
A shove might get like a king 10 to call or set. What's Sax's
Brian's gonna
ship?
get sick. You know, it's weird. Is Brian is like really passive with like kings and queens pre-flop, and then he got in this hand, and we'll see. I mean, we'll see if he folds. I think he's going to fold based on what I've seen so far tonight. It's very difficult when someone check raises the turn and then bets the river. He bet like a third of the pot. Yeah, he's going to fold.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
Good fold. Good fold.
Yeah, I think very rarely, or maybe not very rarely, sometimes people do those like third pot bets to try to be small enough to like look like value as a bluff.
Oh my god, I have to go watch Lost Boys tonight.
Oh yeah, fair enough, Adette. I didn't really think too much about that, but you're right. Brian only has, he basically bet like 80% of Brian's remaining stack. So a shove is probably better. But at the same time, that could look kind of bluffy to some people where you basically try to put them all in. You know, you bet the majority of their stack.
Yeah. I don't like that term. You know I don't like that term.
Which?
I'm going to put you all in.
Oh.
So there's a dealer here at Stone's. Some guy said it in a tournament, and the dealer said, I don't know what that means. You can't put anybody all in. He can put himself all in.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. We get what the phrase means.
I know what you meant. I'm just saying
yeah.
It's one of my... I try not to be like an irritated person because I am so much, but it's one of my pet peeves. Like when someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put you all in," I'm like, "You can't. You can't. That is incorrect. That's poor grammar. That's poor poker grammar, right?"
Agreed. Has anyone here ever been on tilt? These like.
Do you love these questions?
Sometimes these questions are very like kind of crack me up because to me, like somebody who's always around poker, it's like yeah, I mean sure.
IO.2 says, how can you bet 320 to someone who has 425 left? Exactly.
I'm on permit.
Like, yeah.
Thick Gravy takes the Hulk approach to it. I'm always angry, so I'm never angry.
Well, you know, when you let it out, it feels good, man. Nat races to 30, and we love it. Triple D's waving at someone or the camera, I'm not sure.
My calculator would call that a syntax error. Hey-o.
You have a calculator?
Stone's Live with the joke.
You don't have a smartphone that has a calculator? Like, do you not use a computer? Okay, 2 o'clock, 10 high.
10 high. Brian G.
Harlan picks up a pair with a backdoor straight draw.
And there he is.
There's another 5 for Harlan.
We call that a super pair.
Super pair.
A super pair.
Harlan's pretty super, so super pairs come easy to him.
Brent, if I can decipher that blatant gamism and AU, have Veronica confirm me on Brian Friends right now. I don't, you know, despite what people in the chat might think, I don't control the list for Veronica and Friends. One of these two people controls the list of Veronica and Friends. It's not
that guy.
Brent.
I mean, the Veronica and Friends is getting pretty,
I can't even get into
really
Veronica
hard
and Friends
to get
game.
into. Really hard to get into. I'm not going to brag and say professional, well-known poker players are contacting me to get in my game. But they are.
There's a movie or a TV show that said like the line is that somebody says something like that, right? Like some big preface and then says but, and then they say that their father taught them like everything that people say after the word or before the word but is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Everything.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. That makes sense, right? Because
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not gonna do this, but
yeah.
like, oh, Veronica's really great, but what's super important is what I'm about to say next,
Yeah.
right? Not. What's this guy doing with these 7 off? I don't really know. Sometimes maybe people can get sticky with ace high on a paired board. It's not impossible. What is it, Gravy? thinking about ring. Oh wow, you're getting. Are you selling
Chris
spots?
Moneymaker's son says, "I bet I will get into the next VAF for $100. My next VAF is actually full with a waiting list. You get, like not even $100. Maybe a little more. I'll take someone up." I had the most fun in any Veronica and Friends game this past month. Like this was the best Veronica and Friends ever. I like that whole, everybody got along so well. It was so much fun. Did you watch it?
I was probably
No, you don't
not.
care.
I was probably in the Czech
don't
Republic
care.
during that time,
Wow, sick brag, bro.
hanging out with all my friends.
Negrano,
He wasn't there.
Phil Hellmuth.
He was there, but we didn't. Oh no.
Yeah.
We don't hang out.
Stuck a Buck says, neat, just lit $300 on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, and the smoke alarm didn't even go off. So it's pretty good.
Ah! I'm here all night, folks.
The
If you're
professional arsonist.
Chris
Matt's
Moneymaker's
reloading.
son, blank check. Mapes.
Are you going to give her a VHS copy of the Disney movie Blank Check to try to bribe her into getting
Ace.
on Veronica and Friends?
Ace, Queen, Jack. Brian and Aaron both flop a Jack. Everyone's
later,
got
Rick.
some pretty gross
Say
cards.
goodnight to Rick. Rick and Barstow.
Rick and Barstow, good night.
Sweet dreams, Rick.
My bedtime's been extended.
Veronica got a reprieve tonight.
No, they
bedtime
changed my
reprieve.
hours at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So later?
Later.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I was getting in at 7 every day, and now I go in at 8:30.
Ooh, that's like a field day.
I know, it's kind of like, it's like an insta vacation. 5 extra hours.
Every day is now like Thursday night.
Yes.
Are you one of those people that stays up later
No,
Thursday because
Fridays
you're like, I
are
only have to
early
make it
days.
through Friday?
Fridays
Oh,
are our
okay.
early days. So I have to actually be there on Friday
come in
at
there.
7 because we get off early on Fridays. You know, corporate jobs.
Flop to change the subject. I've seen the flop to change the subject. Yeah. I think Ant on stuck tilt. That's why. There's a chance that's the case. I think. I mean, I don't know necessarily that Ace High's ever good on that board, but some people are could be stubborn with an Ace there. Also, it's he's playing against Harlan, so maybe he's adding some of that into the equation.
Some of Harlan should always be a part of the equation.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Not the sum of Harlan, but
the sum of Harlan.
S-O-M-E.
Ayo.
Ayo.
You have to do this every time you make a joke.
Running Up Legion, what's up? He said, hi, Veronica. I missed you. Love you. Missed
Wait,
you. Love
who's
you
running
too.
up Legion? Do I know that person?
Obviously my biggest fan.
Oh, I see. Let's see. No excessive emotes.
Wow. We run a tight
Get
ship.
out of here.
We run a
Well,
really
we're
tight
not
ship.
running any ship. We're just captaining the ship.
I don't even know if we're doing that.
We're barely
I think,
doing that.
I think we're just the drunk tenants at
We're
the
just
bottom
kind
of the ship that's
we just like
talking
pop
about...
the sail up and just let the wind take us where it may go.
That's exactly what we're doing. All I know is that every single guy that walks by, I feel like this is a retirement community. Everybody's wearing sweats and like Velcro shoes. Poker players need comfort. All they wear are
Velcro shoes.
sweats.
I
I'm
don't own Velcro
exaggerating.
shoes. Oh, okay.
God, Brent.
Velour jumpsuits.
Yes. The
17
only
game
the only person in this whole entire poker room that looks nice is Casey. Everyone else, everyone else is like super
DFC's wearing
cozy.
a sport jacket. Look, he looks like he's going to a party,
Yep.
like a Miami Vice party.
No, he looks like he just left the Lost Boys set.
Okay, but that guy would also go to the Miami Vice party.
Thick Gravy Emma says, Nat showing the difference between lag and loose passive spazzy.
The boy with the king hood, yeah.
Triple D
Harlan,
races to
great.
15 under the gun. That's a lot of callers. A lot of callers.
Yeah, you kind of hate that.
I'm surprised we're still on the screen. There's so many callers. And the cards are sticky. 10, 4, deuce.
I like
Looks
how
two
every
hearts.
third hand feels like a bomb pot because so many people are
Yeah.
playing.
Fred flops a flush draw.
Casey likes doing this if she gets a piece of the flop leading into everyone. She's done that a few times. Harlan has 2 pair. He's not going anywhere for sure. Did he raise? No, he did not. Oh, he did raise.
Casey bets. Harlan raises to
Oh, wow.
175.
KFC is going to make all of the bucks. Maybe not all the bucks. He's going to make some of the bucks.
Well, I mean, there is a flush draw out there from
How much
Fred.
does Harlan have?
I think you can get so much value out of a flush draw.
Do you just flat fours here?
No.
You don't think so?
With this many people in the pot?
I mean,
Well, I think,
don't
okay.
need flatting
Okay,
fours here.
you know
You're
what?
letting Harlan drive the action.
There's, I don't know. I think there's. Okay, other sets will call, and flush draw calls. 10 probably doesn't.
I guess other sets might call, I suppose. But I think
Yeah,
you
you know
have
what?
to
You're right.
really-
You're right.
I think you can flat here.
I think flatting actually.
Especially against a player like Harlan, because after he raises here, Casey's probably going to fold unless she's. This is not the kind of hand I would see her continuing with. But Harlan's gonna would have called a raise. Harlan's probably gonna bet again. There's almost no reason for him not to bet,
Yeah.
especially you know.
I mean,
It's kind of what is he,
I feel like
14,
Harlan knows
1500?
where he's at here. He doesn't want.
But
He doesn't
Dave's
want to
call could be
deuce.
like a Jack 10, Ace 10, like a single pair hand. So maybe he thinks he's gonna get some value.
Harlan's trying to one up.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that, obviously.
Well, I think he knows he doesn't want to deuce because there's another set. There's a set on the board, and he
How
might
does
not be
he?
the.
How does he know there's a set?
I mean,
He was the one that
What else
raised.
raised?
Dave just called.
oh, okay.
Yeah, Harlan.
You're right. You're right.
Because Casey
You're
led
right.
and Harlan raised.
You're right.
I see what you're saying. If Dave had raised,
Yeah.
which is part of the reason why it's probably better that he called,
Yeah, you're right.
because you want to give Harlan a chance to bet again. And now that you know Harlan has like a pretty, well, maybe he doesn't have a pretty good hand. He has something on this board, right?
10 on the river. 10 of spades on the river.
Would be
Would
like.
ultimate tilt.
Do you
to Dave
flat
C.
again, or do you raise here? I would almost. I think maybe you could totally raise here. I think Dave might fold.
I think-
Not fold. Sorry, flat. Here.
I think you could go either way depending on what you perceive your opponent's. Like it can, if he raises, will Harlan stay with 2 pair?
Just call. Which actually, I mean, a favorable, certainly like a pretty great. Now, regardless of what Harlan does, I think Dave should shove.
So now it's
Harlan is 1,000 behind.
now the flush missed, and it's 3 cards. I mean,
This would be
5-6 is pretty much the nuts here. I mean, you have to be feeling pretty good if you're Dave.
yeah, for sure. No,
And
you're
Harlan
never,
checks.
regardless of what happens here, you're never folding. I
Now
think you
you're
should shove.
thinking. I think you're thinking, what can I bet here to get 2 pair to call?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe shoving here is too like 0 to
so
60 because you've been just calling
Is
behind.
shoving what Dave would do if he missed?
Like, I just think that your bet size. Harlan has 1,000 behind, right? 1,040. The pot's 1,400 already. It's not unreasonable for you to shove.
I agree.
And
Harlan
I don't-
folded. I think did he call the 400? He didn't.
it says called 400.
I didn't see the monies. There it is. Yeah.
Okay. So he did call. So I think you're going to get called. If Harlan's, I don't know. I think he could have shoved it and he missed. He might have missed a little bit of money.
Yeah, I agree.
But maybe Harlan would fold for a smaller amount. Maybe he felt.
Well, I see a stack of green, so he had another 500 there. I think maybe he could have got another 100 or 200 out of him. I think Gravy Enema says you got to know your own knit range. Is knit range an oxymoron? Shitins Sherps. Why do I can't say your name today? Where's Jake? He says your name right. Easy standard river shove. Yeah. Schnitzel
Alvarez?
Alvarez.
Schnitz Alvarez?
Make your names easy, people.
I disagree. Make them complicated and unique. Like snowflakes.
Veronica's BFF. That's a good name.
I just think the shove would have been cool because of the size of the pot. The pot was already pretty big.
I would have like shoved, stand up, started breathing, pacing. What, Harlan? I would have like just done it really bad. It's one of those flops where it's hit and miss. $40 in the pot. This was a $10 straddle, and everybody just called. Harlan bets 45.
Yeah. Harlan's gonna get it back. Is Nat called? I think Nat may have called as well. So heads up to the turn.
Russian Mike the Don says that's a stalker name. His name, Shirts and Sleeves. Oh, it's Shirts and Sleeves?
No.
Schnitz's Shirls?
People call light in those spots almost regardless of the size of the bet. So yeah, I mean if
Memory Dream, what's up? He says chill Moobot. Yeah, I agree.
Chill Moobot. What happened? Where was excessive caps?
I don't know. Moobot's on fire tonight, and I'm feeling a little bit.
Moobot's like, get out of here. By the way, Dave has $4,000 in front of him.
Moobot's Italian from the movie Casino. He's gonna break your knees. Don't even try it. We have coffee. We're gonna talk. We're gonna break your knees. Try one more thing, honey.
Is Moobot like Joe Pesci, where it just stabs
What,
that
you think
guy
I'm
with
funny?
a pen? No, that's Goodfellas.
Oh, that is Goodfellas. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. The pen stabbing.
Schnitz Alvarez.
Chop Pot says, I know Moobot is on my bumper. You mean like a bumper sticker? I know Moobot.
Tailgating you.
Aaron, Ace is Ron. Ace King and the hijack raises to 20. Casey calls.
The suited one dapper. Like it.
I like Casey's play tonight. She's my favorite tonight.
She's selling.
Nat calls. A little bit better than Casey's hand. Just a little. 577. Casey flops a lot of sevens. And she's like, oh my god, how am I running so good? And Aaron betting into her. I mean, I can see why, but there's so many people. I don't know if I bet into anyone. 577? She just calls.
All of the pairs are going to call you. That's a safe board for everybody to call you. But maybe it's not a bad flop for Ace King.
Nat needs a 6
just
for his hand.
Yeah. Sometimes people just bet, like just to bet, for betting sake.
Just like see where they're at.
No, they just bet to bet.
Now
oh wow!
Casey picks up a
just
flush
gets
draw.
better.
Casey free rolls life.
I wonder. Yeah, so checks to her.
Thick Gravy Enema Casey has been on the show before. She was on Veronica and Friends a couple months ago.
She was on 5-5 last week as well.
Yep.
So she's
reg.
becoming a rig.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was on like some other time between them and the Veronica and Friends too.
Yes. She was on the Halloween show, was she not?
Oh, okay, yeah, I think so. Wasn't she Poison Ivy?
Aaron is getting sticky with it.
Dave really likes it. Why did I say Dave? Aaron. You said his name, and I called him Dave anyway.
250.
Ooh.
Why are like
flat.
all these
just flat?
Why are all these guys trying to outplay
Oh,
her?
maybe don't flat. Because if you call this raise, he's gonna check.
She goes all in.
Oh, okay. I mean, I suppose at that point you're not getting any.
I would have let him
chips.
flat.
She got flat, and then you're gonna win the hand regardless. So you can see what he does on the river. Give him a chance to bluff again.
Re-rolling the flush.
I would buy action with a markup from her on this show for the rest of time. Yeah, it would probably be a good investment. So Casey's moving up the the chip stacks with 2.8K. I wonder if Nat, once he's done eating his salad, if he's gonna fire some more.
Oh my god! Someone's name in the chat is Veronica's BFF. Oh!
Oh, but they forgot the apostrophe.
Why? Well, oh stop. It's your biggest fan. Thank you. I love that.
I guess when you
actually
your
have
biggest
made
fan,
it
you
now.
overlook everything.
You've made it when someone in Twitch changes their name to something about you. It's like Lyman's son. I'm Lyman's son. Lyman's dad. Veronica's
I wonder who that
BFF.
actually is.
It's My BFF.
No, I know, but
It's
what's
what do you
OG?
mean? What kind of question
He
is that?
actually changed their name to that, which is pretty impressive. Great job. I guess you have made it. Girls oftentimes are very tight by the nature of dumb guys trying to run them over. Oh, maybe, yeah, fair enough.
I feel like I have to give Veronica's BFF my actual phone number, because if you're my BFF, that's what you'd have.
No, I meant the apostrophe in the it's your biggest fan. I did not mean in the name. Man. You know what? Like,
A tough crowd.
Twitch
for you.
chat is obsessed with boobs.
They are. Not just the Twitch chat, my friend.
Yeah, fair enough.
Everybody.
Casey's the only player.
Dave C raises to 105.
I think Casey is picking really, really good spots. I think Nat has that same kind of instinct to 3-bet light or bet big and put on some aggression, but he tends to pump the brakes maybe in the final spot when it would work if he just pushed a little bit harder. He gave up a couple times. Same as Veronica. Chris Mandemaker. She's the greatest poker player alive, and she's hotter than Casey.
Chris Moneymaker. Mustache is saying Chris Moneymaker's son is the same person as Veronica's BFF.
Impossible.
It's not the same person. I have my own Veronica's BFF person.
Raise with a Z.
See, he said wrong.
I've always found that hilarious, that when you say you're gonna like raise something to the ground, that means you're gonna like destroy it, like old Roman speak. Yeah, which it's the same thing, like shelled. Shelled nuts are actually out of their shell.
Are you an English major?
No, I was a journalist in the Navy.
And you're still a journalist.
Yeah, I was more of a journalist in the Navy. Although both. Yeah.
I haven't spent much time thinking about shelled nuts.
Yeah, me neither. Who needs autocorrect when you have Brent? Yeah. Brent needs autocorrect. You know, do you guys have that where there's words that you say, but you've never actually like typed them out?
Yes, I know.
It happens a lot.
It's fun. Veronica's BFF says, I'm stuck with this username for 6 months now, Veronica. Great.
Obviously not that big a fan. Huh?
Oh, that's funny.
So this could get spicy. Casey and... Oh, never mind. Not spicy.
I'm going to grab us some water. You want some?
Sure. Actually, can you ask him to bring a coffee? Black coffee, if that's on the table.
Coffee like you like your women?
Sure. What's up, guys? Yeah. See you later, Mastic. Is it Mastic or Mastici? Because for some reason, I keep thinking Mastici. But I guess you might have capitalized the C. What's this? Oh, no, Nat has queen. Yeah. So, unfortunately for Nat, the times when he's been playing with the like marginal hands, he's been getting action, and when he's getting big hands, he's not really getting action. He made a good fold with the ace queen suited. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, how did Veronica's BFF get timed out? What did he do?
Apparently, Moobot is literally on like he's on tilt. Moobot is tilted.
So tilted tonight.
Master C. See?
Did I say hello to Chop Pots? I kind of don't remember.
Yeah,
there's so many
I
people
believe
here.
so.
Bomb pot.
Bomb pot.
It is a pot that's bombed.
Ooh, I like this.
Not
Nobody's
literally.
hands. Let's not see the hands. Let's find out. Let's all learn and explore together. What a great flop
Let's
for a bomb pot.
learn and explore together.
Oh dang! We're gonna
Says
see
the
it.
man with a van with no windows. Just joking. I like laughing at my own jokes.
It's fun. I often laugh at my own jokes. Racist bot. So Casey bets her open-ended straight draw. Aaron Aaron might be the only one that continues. Peter, I guess Peter's gonna peel one? No? Peter says no thanks. Brian says no thanks. Aaron's not gonna fold the flush draw. So Dave Vampire did. Yeah, you did say hi to Chop Pots. Turn is a nice turn for Casey.
Casey's
like
running
a good turn. Although it's a
like
good turn.
a good turn card. State Farm is there.
Oh, boo.
Aaron gets there.
I don't think that Casey's going to call off a 2 here. 175 is the bet into 425. I mean, it's not impossible for you to call off a 2 here, but I don't think she's ever going to call a 2 here. Unfortunately, if she decided to raise, it would be a bad idea in this particular instance. I think she's out of this game. But it sucks when the board runs out like kind of pretty like that. Like you flop open-ended, you turn a flush draw, and then it just bricks out. Like the worst possible card. She checked the turn, she's not the one. That's funny.
So Chris Moneymaker's son is in the chat. Confirmed, not Veronica's BFF.
Wow. So who made Veronica's BFF? What? I think the eraser.
Oh, here's my Veronica and Friends 816.
Oh, updated. Bam.
Updated. No Max.
No Max. That
Bring
means if your name is
all
Max,
your monies.
you don't get to play.
And your name is Max, you can't play.
Sorry, Max. Is several Maxes.
And it's capitalized, no Max. So that means it's actually Max is not allowed to play.
Yeah, no Max. Sorry, Max.
Yeah.
Actually, not really
no,
sorry.
Sorry,
Max.
not sorry, Max.
Get out of here.
Veronica's BFF, yes, I'll be sending you my number DMs.
This is like the one situation you can empty the clip with 9 CC. Yeah, I mean, it's like a terrible river. Because what did he call the flop with and lead the river with? That, you know, I think there's a lot of random flushes, especially in a bomb pot. Maybe if you had some pre-flop information.
Is every pot a bomb pot? It feels like it, right?
I said like every third or, yeah.
25 pre-flop, right? So checked around so far.
Like, people don't have a phone or laptop these days and multiple email accounts. I mean, how else are you supposed to cheat? So you can call me perhaps 1-800-Veronica's BFF. I changed my number too. Wow, I have a huge influence.
Everybody has my number. I don't care. I give it out to everybody.
A lot of people seeing flops and seeing turns and seeing rivers. Not a ton of action. What do we got? Frederick, can't see his hand, but he's betting into like 5 people, so I'd actually guess he has a 7 beat. It looks like everybody else playing the hand also assumed he had a 7 beat. I'm gonna guess he has a 4 beat as well. He does. He's gonna show us, is that a 2 of diamonds? Oh, there he goes, ace 2 of diamonds. He showed a 2 of diamonds. So Brian, Harlan, sitting at 500. Nat.
Is everybody eating a salad?
I think those are actually like some kind of taco or something.
Oh, those are tacos.
Yeah.
But where are the French fries? I know the tacos come with French fries.
He probably ate them.
Who eats their French fries first? I guess you want your French fries hot.
I mean, people are particular about how they do French fries. Some probably first, some probably second.
I'll eat them at the same time. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
$9.95 a minute. Oh.
Mustache said he's not angry Polak's BFF until he takes out a billboard saying so just before Antelope exit. That would be funny. This is another $25 pre-flop per person. Ace King 9.
This, yeah, but this is actually, no wait, this is not a bomb pot.
This is not. I don't know what they're doing.
What's going on? Oh no, this is pre-flop. No, that's not, what? Never mind. I'm done. I quit.
So Casey's got an 8-3 for 25 pre-flop. I think this was. Are they just doing like bomb every pot?
Yeah, unless that other pot wasn't the bomb pot, and this is the bomb pot.
Now Peter with an ace.
281-330-8.
So Triple D bets 200 with an inside straight draw. Peter calls with his ace. 4 on the turn.
Like watching old people play
Peter
bingo.
checks. That's out. Triple D bets out 300.
Yeah, you know when Triple D plays a hand, he plays a hand.
I mean, when you're
Doesn't
playing,
mess around.
you don't want to be super passive, right?
No, agreed. Putting pressure on weak hands, like getting weaker aces to fold.
Listen, Veronica's BFF, simmer it down. I appreciate that you're sassy because I wouldn't have a non-sassy BFF, but you got to stick through this. You're one of us now. Get through the show.
One of us. Whoa. We need more newspapers at the table.
Mustak, stop trying to, like, he's in the push, what's the cart and trolley union? What are those guys that were against cars? There was like a wagon union that were like the wagons behind the horses. The horse and buggy union, that's what they were. They didn't want cars. They were like picketing against cars. That's Mustak. It's a losing proposition, Mustak. Harlan raises to 35.
Casey's added a limp from Under the Gun +1 into her bag of tricks.
Thanks.
Not a huge fan. I can't say that I expected that.
Brent's.
Oh wow.
Here you
Look at
go.
this.
Black
Straight
coffee, no
to
sugar,
the
no
table.
cream. Black
Thank you.
coffee, no sugar, no cream.
Cheers, everybody.
All right, 3-bet to 95 by Nat, and
Harlan's gonna come along.
Nat flops top pair. Now he picks up a flush draw.
Ooh, and Harlan
is now open-ended.
gets a little piece. 200 in the pot. Harlan's got like 400, 380, 400, somewhere in that vicinity. It's not a joke when you gotta explain the joke. Oh, super.
So those earbuds that Harlan and Casey are wearing, I don't like them. I don't like them at all.
Whoa, Harlan says, get out of town. What's weird though is this doesn't
Nat Haas
feel
call,
like
yes.
Yeah, this doesn't really
They can run it
feel
up
like,
to 3 times. Doesn't feel like what? Doesn't feel comfortable.
You had so few chips that you have no fold equity. Harlan's
Yeah.
just gambling.
Yeah.
They're
That's
running
it.
it more than once.
That's gonna take the first one.
Heyo. Bink. Harlan attack. No, apparently it's taking a while for dramatic purposes.
Nat's gonna take the second one.
Oh. And Harlan.
Nat's scooping. Gets some back. Nat gets some back.
Alright, well, rough go so far for Harlan, but he's not like unplugging his.
I think this is the first time, maybe the second time
See,
of all the
maybe
streams
he's leaving.
that I've seen Harlan bust.
I haven't seen Harlan bust. I saw him leave early one time. Last game, actually, he left early, but I haven't seen him bust.
Veronica's BFF says that dude finally went broke. I don't think that broke is the correct word.
Yeah.
I
Harlan's
think
going to be back
he
next week.
He lost his stack.
Yeah. He's obviously probably not feeling this current session. He's ready to try again tomorrow.
He'll probably like make 10K tomorrow, which is standard. Casey's got pocket 7s. She's going to open up to 15.
Yeah, back to raising. Awesome.
I like it. Casey's, what would we call it? Action oriented? I like it.
Action oriented. She's a pro.
She's not
She's
going
a
to
pro.
sit around and
She does
like,
this like her job. So it makes sense that she would be good at her job. Oh, I guess that doesn't always track with everybody.
No.
Not everybody's good at their job. But
10-8-6.
This could get a little bit fun.
It's still a good, fairly good flop for sevens.
It's definitely a flop you can c-bet comfortably. Like, almost players of all skill levels can c-bet this flop.
Yeah.
And feel pretty good about it.
Aaron needs one of Casey's sevens, and so does Dave. Dave's saying, okay, let's do this.
Yeah. I mean, Dave doesn't hate it. What's fun is sort of blocking the straight, which is another reason why sevens can bet that flop comfortably.
Board pairs.
I like this too. I wouldn't be surprised to see her bet again. Maybe she wants to keep it small. If it goes check here, wow. So he bets 60.
Veronica's BFF says, Veronica, can you buy in? And perhaps I want to see you stack Casey.
You know what? I think it might be all right, but I don't know if you could.
I don't know if I could, but if I bought in and played, I would have to stay here for a long period of time.
Wouldn't you technically be out of here 30 minutes earlier than you're currently going to be here?
No, if I bought them right now, I'm saying like I would want to put in a proper session.
Oh, right.
Like
you can't just play for an hour.
You're not going to play for an hour.
Right. So Casey check called the turn. Dave bet 60, which was the third of the pot, and has check again to Dave, and is going to win the hand. Great job. That's part of the. Well, I mean, it's part of the reasons why you like c-betting, because there wasn't a whole lot of money put in on the in this pot in general. And if you checked, it would have gone check on the turn, and then or check call on the turn, and then check river. You would have made like $5. Nobody wants to make $5.
Well, I do.
I mean, everybody wants to make $5.
I'll take $5. I'll take 5 increments every minute.
Veronica needs 4 cards to play.
I do. Like,
debatable.
Recently I need 4 cards. I'm kind of...
I don't know, she's been buddying up to Jonathan Little.
Jonathan Little, my buddy Andrew Barber. Andrew Barber's really like encouraging me to get into the mixed game field. I'm loving it.
I love Dave. He's the most smiley, lovable tailbox. Well, you know what? Dave is killing it so far tonight.
So
this could get soft.
Brian on the button decides to pull out a little bit of aggression with a king-queen. Not with kings, not with queens, but with a king-queen. And flops it like it's hot. Wow, wee wah.
Wow.
Check. 3.
I think I would have bet the button.
Casey's going to bet at this.
I think I might have bet the button.
Why? What are you going to get value out of? Another king?
I don't know. Oftentimes when you're playing with players in a cash game that want to mix it up, they call very light when there's a button.
Not with these people in the hand. Maybe if it's like Nat and Casey. But
yeah, fair enough.
I just flat here. Which he does. 6 on the river.
In this particular situation, he's probably not getting
Casey
any more money.
Keep bluffing at this?
I mean, that doesn't really change a ton. Oh.
She is. She's going to keep bluffing at this. 220 is she's going to bet 200. No, just under 200.
Brian's
175.
Going to call. He has 300.
I think
350.
He's missing out if he doesn't shove.
Oh, okay. It goes on.
I'm really not okay. The one thing I can understand why Casey did that, because it's one of those hit or miss. More than likely, everyone's missed.
Right.
And the thing is, once he calls the turn, I'm gonna shut down once he calls the turn, because he's not an active player. If it was Nat, it's different. You know, he's a little more snug.
Yeah, but he's also a guy that maybe she's seen has folded. He's been playing pretty passive.
What's he calling with on the turn?
I would say that that particular hand that he has is one of the few hands that he actually calls with, or continues with. I think he folds any pair below a king. I think he would fold.
If he's calling the turn with it, he's gonna call the river with it. I think if he's got a pair that he thinks has equity, he's gonna call the river. He won't spaz, but he'll call the river.
I think he might fold. I
think tens, jacks, something like that.
I think that might be very near the bottom of his range where he actually like calls or shoves that river. Does that make sense? Am I saying that correctly?
What else shoves the river?
No, I'm saying I think he is tight or worried enough that in order for him to call or even continue past that bet, he's going to fold a lot of hands.
Okay,
it just so happens that he had king.
So what you're saying is you're kind of like you're contradicting yourself, because what you're saying is he's so tight that if he called that turn card, she should have shut down the river, because obviously he's got a king.
I don't know.
You contradicted yourself.
No, he doesn't. He can call with any pair that's not a king.
But you just said that's at the very bottom of his range. Like what's he calling with on the river besides a king? If you're saying he's so tight.
Right, exactly. He's not calling. You just said what's he calling with on the river besides a king?
Well,
nothing.
I'm telling you what you're
on the river.
Where you're contradicting yourself. I'm just saying that, like I said, he's pretty tight.
The turn and the river are two different places.
Thank you, Moto.
No, I know. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to say that like.
The poker boss, what's up? Nice to see you. He's not the real poker boss, because the real poker boss is JFK Stones, but he is the Aria Poker Room boss. Feel free to try to get a seat in the game. Tell them that you know Veronica, and the poker boss will be like, oh, well, for shizzle, get you in the game. Berto8778.
Yeah.
Stop arguing. Mom and Dad, stop arguing.
I like Thick Gravy Enemas' take on this hand. I think there's a lot of hands he calls the turn with that aren't trips, that he would fold to the river. People on paired boards, don't you think like sometimes people are like, oh, she's betting, she doesn't have a king.
Okay, in that sense, then you want to get some value on the river. So how do you gain value on the river? Then she should have checked. She should have checked and let him like keep all his bluffs and semi-bluffs in his range. If that's the logic. If the only thing he calls with is a king, then she should have checked that river. Because kings beat her.
I mean, it sounds like you're making an argument for every time you try to bluff a turn, you should never bluff the river?
No, I'm just saying that I would have given up myself. I would have given up on the ring. But yeah, maybe you're right.
I mean, there's a good chance I have no clue what you're talking about.
I would say that what you're saying is spot on against Nat or against
Sure, you're saying adjust
Harlan.
it to him. I think that Brian in this particular sense might be exploitable in that he would continue with a lot of hands on the turn that he wouldn't call a river bet.
Okay.
Right, and that's why I think you can bet there. Like it happened to be the one of the few hands that he is gonna call both with. I think that's
okay.
Maybe I'm not saying it.
No, I understand, and
but that's just what I think.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe you're right.
No, I'll give it to you. I'll give this one to you. You won.
No. Please,
you won this battle, but you will lose the war.
Oh, I imagine I will, because I'm just going to conscientiously object to the war.
The poker boss says, my computer literally died the second Veronica said hello to me. LOL, what a day.
Oh.
I heart you, poker boss. Snap me. Sasha's in the game, seat 1. Just fresh off a 3rd place WPT. I think it's a win. He made money.
No, but I think a lot of poker players, when they don't win the tournament,
hate it. Hate it when you say
that's
win.
the thing with poker. You can win 3rd place for what did he win?
Like 30,000.
for
22,000 or something.
like a nice car.
Have you seen his car?
No, but I'm saying like
he drives a late model Corolla that's got 300,000 miles on it, and man, it's still running. Sasha's the man.
Toyotas are the best.
Peter's got aces under the gun. Raised it.
Yes,
Nat now 3
Nat
bets
is
on
like
the
a
button.
squeeze bot. If you give Nat a chance to squeeze,
he's
going to squeeze.
I'm gonna get a shirt that says Nat is my squeeze bot.
Yeah, bam. Somebody make that shirt. If you can change your name to Veronica's BFF, how good are you at making
Nat is my
t-shirts?
squeeze bot. I'm gonna tweet that right now because I love me some.
I mean, Peter is trying to think of what kind of line you take here. What do you do here? At this point, I think you raise if you're Peter. You have the opening raise. You're re-raising. You're going to take this extra $160 and just enjoy it, and know that you're not going to lose to anyone. It's a big enough 4-bet where I don't think. I mean, there's a chance Nat could call on the button, but Peter has 900 behind, so the pot's gonna be like 1,300. I can definitely see Nat folding here, because how many flops is Peter not just gonna shove all in? Never seen it. My buddy made a song called Squeeze Box. It's pretty good. Alright, cool. So Nat calls on the button, Queen Jack. And, I mean, in some sense it's the worst and best possible scenario, because
it's the
there's
best
no
for
way
Nat.
that Nat is going to continue at this point. I don't think it's a bad call. In cash games, you often never fold, or not never, but you can definitely make an argument for calling in position with hands like Queen Jack.
I agree.
For sure. You don't 3-bet so you can fold 100% of the time you get 4-bet. I don't know what that is.
All in.
I know what that is, but
Just
I'm
bad
not...
timing on Nat's part.
Yeah, I mean, what is Peter gonna do that? I guess he's just like, he could do it with kings or queens and maybe he'd be scared of an ace. But, you know, in the previous line,
and it didn't happen.
He had no way of winning.
Well, I thought for 1 second maybe he had an inside straight draw.
Oh, right.
He needed a queen
Close.
10.
That was a very aggressive approach to that hand that Nat took.
Yeah, and I think again that works against Casey. Some of the time, I think it doesn't work against Peter. But I'm just saying that Peter's range is too tight.
Yeah, fair enough. Right.
Peter's 4-bet range
Peter's
is
4-betting
way,
you.
Peter's 4-bet range is like aces.
Casey would 4-bet lighter than aces.
The poker boss says, "Holy hell! Lock me up a seat in this game. This isn't hell. This is heaven, and we'll lock the doors as soon as you get here. We won't let anyone out."
That's the thing is, Peter bet 400 with like 900 behind, which is that's happened a couple times tonight where people are like, "I'm gonna bet 400. I have 500 behind, so I basically am like." When you shove on me, you're min-raising me.
It's kind of like...
I'm never folding.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's kind of...
Hey!
Hey, Lon! Mr. Lon McCarran, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I thought he teased us for a second.
I know, I thought he was going to
get
come
back
in
on
and
that
say,
grind. If you haven't met Lon McCarran and you want to, just show up at Stones.
Yeah, he's always here. He's
my
my BFF. Well, he's not my BFF because Veronica's BFF is my BFF.
Right.
But Lon McCarran does have my phone number, Veronica's BFF. Did you try to elbow my face? You almost elbowed me.
I did. I tried to disguise it with a cough.
It's kind of like you're getting me back for sneezing on your chicken fingers.
Yeah, I'm sure those chicken fingers would have tasted great pre-sneeze, but
they were cold anyway.
Yeah, no. By the time, I wouldn't have probably eaten them either way.
You know, I had the flu shot, so you'd be getting a lot of that really good immune system from me if you ate them.
Oh, right. Yeah, that hand almost doesn't make like that much sense because he's blocking queens, he's blocking jacks, right? He's hoping that he has kings.
Like, seriously?
Specifically kings. And
Veronica's BFF, are you seriously stuck with that name for 6 months? I feel like he needs...
You can't. I don't think you can change your Twitch name every day. So I think that you can change your name, but there is a time on it. Yes. So I imagine it's kind of totally different.
Sudadesis said I played with Lon and the tourney yesterday. I 3-bet him twice and he owned me both times.
Aaron limps 7-6 of diamonds. Casey's got the aces now. Let's see.
Holy, run better, Casey. I love
bet,
it.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna wear a red dress next time I play, and I hope I run good.
A red dress.
Isn't she lovely? Casey races to 35.
Funny story. The first song I ever danced with a girl to was Lady in Red.
Oh, I love that song. And Waprai said he would eat the chicken fingers that I sneezed on.
Oh, right. Well, somebody would have totally bought them. Like, we should have never thrown them away. They're like 2-day-old.
You
could have sneezed on them 2 days in a row.
It's just like the same thing as like having Jesus' face on a piece of toast.
Yeah, you make, yeah.
Yeah, Veronica's
No,
sneeze.
but it's like, yeah, exactly. People would go nuts. So, Nat seems to have a bad habit of getting completely reasonable hands against really strong hands of Casey's, right? He had ace-queen suited against her pocket kings. Now he has 9s on a fairly, like a reasonably safe flop for him. I actually think this is not a bad, I don't know. Aaron really kind of wants to call. There's a lot of turns he likes.
A lot of backdoor possibilities.
Gutter ball, backdoor diamonds, like he's holding on to it a little bit.
Odd implication. What's up? Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you before.
Aaron definitely calls if the turn. Whoa. Oh, this is actually the perfect card for Casey.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't think she. You know what? Because it's Nat, she might consider checking and to see if he bets and like check raising this turn. But I don't think she would try to check raise anyone else. But maybe because it's Nat, she would fire this big.
Yeah, she checks. Nat checks back.
Yeah, Nat. I think Nat has realized he doesn't really want to mess with Casey. Or Nat might have realized based on how the evening has gone, he doesn't want to mess with anybody.
Nat is
never
gonna
gives
mess
up.
with anybody and everybody. He doesn't care.
Squeezebot doesn't afraid ever. Doesn't ever. It doesn't ever. I would have been interested to see Casey value bet that, but maybe she thinks that Nat was going to bet. That was an unusual line for Nat to take, considering the lines he's taken previously in the night.
Yeah.
I think maybe I don't think he's afraid of Casey, but I think he's acknowledged
that she's not going to let him push her around.
The kind of player that you don't really want to like mess with too much. If that makes any sense. I don't know. There are a lot of players.
I made Casey fold the best hand to me once when I shoved on her.
Oh, I remember.
And that was
the
only time I ever beat her in a pot.
Well, that was a good story.
Yeah. Cool story, man.
Story time. Brought to you by Veronica.
Or as we call ourselves.
More story time later.
Brent.
Yeah.
Stealth Caucus says she probably thought she was gonna stab after stacking up prior. I think that checking the turn. So Sudadesis says checking the turn was great, but you have to go for value on the river. Bart Hansen talks about this all the time. A lot of players lose value on the river when they've got a made hand. Sasha 3-bets to 130. Casey very active in this game. I don't know if she's going to give this up.
I think she probably will fold. King, Queen.
Good chance she will, but you know, Sasha just sat down. He likes to play.
This is Dark Horse Sasha. It's buying him for 3 months like it. A smart idea. You're allowed to buy in for the table stakes. So he wants to match the biggest stack. Sasha's coming in for the last hour of the stream.
That's what I like, Casey. She's not gonna sit around scared. She's gonna play.
Yeah.
Flops a queen. It's gonna be bad news for her.
Not even trying to run the names correct. That's funny.
Shits in the server. I don't say names correctly.
This might be, I don't know, this could be interesting.
Oh, Wabright says he just got third for 16K. I thought he made like 22K.
16. Okay, but still, 16K, it's not a bad payday. That was, I mean, what was the buy-in for that tournament? 500 or something? So Casey's gonna donk bet.
She's leading into him. That's
yeah.
So, and you said the donk bet is kind of weak. She bets 185. And Sasha, does he think
Maybe
she'd do this with a jack? Does a jack do that? Does a jack like checks and then check raises? No.
No,
but
I
jack
think a
doesn't even
jack.
check raise.
I think Casey could bet a jack here. I actually think what Casey's doing is she likes her hand. She might think he has a better hand. Like she might be weary of some kind of big hands here. Like she's gonna check 100% of the turn, unless it's a queen.
Sasha calls. Sasha might just be in call mode here.
Yeah, she's gonna. Oh, I don't know. Maybe she won't check now. I think she's gonna check
board
a lot
though. It's a scary board for aces.
Sure.
But less chance. He can't put her on ace king because he's blocking the ace.
Is she gonna flap behind with ace king?
Yeah,
You know,
no.
Maybe
Ace king.
she's not out of
No,
position,
ace
but
king,
probably
4
not.
bets.
Yeah. So he has to feel pretty confident he has the best hand.
Yeah, she's kind of capped at like a king jack, queen king kind of hand,
Or
but
she could
less
easily
likely
have
she
like
has a jack.
she could easily have like a jack 10.
Less likely she has a jack. I think it looks pretty queen-ish,
Yeah.
queen something-ish. If she has a queen 10, she's no good, right? So
I think this is super unique because yeah, I'm
She
pretty
checks,
convinced
he
she's
knows-
gonna check 100% of
he
turns.
knows that she doesn't have a jack now. And can he get value now out of a queen?
He's gonna check mine.
Yeah.
Because he wants her to bet again, but she's not gonna bet again. Unless she makes her hand, she's not betting again.
Brewer doesn't change anything. I think she has the...
She might go for like some value here with like a 280 bet or something, and then fold if Sasha raises. But I feel like she's gonna check. I feel like the reason she bets the flop like that is because she wants to like stop the remaining action.
Oh, it's kind of like a blocker bet.
Sort of like naming her price for the rest of the hand.
Yeah.
Because his big hands are not gonna raise because he thinks, or you know, he might think if he calls behind. No, I was wrong. She might go for some value. I actually think she's gonna check. I think she really wants to go for some value here, but she's gonna check.
So what is she now putting Sasha on? Like kings or aces? Yeah, she checks.
I think her hand has got really strong showdown value too. Like, what is he gonna bet on that board?
Oh, I think
right?
yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
I think
Bam.
he lost a little bit of value. I think she calls most rivers.
I think.
Most river bets, I should say.
Oh. I don't think so.
I don't think she has a jack there. Like I'm saying that.
I think
check
she
on the-
folds if he bets the river. I really think I think Casey led that flop to intentionally say if any other money goes into this. Maybe I'm giving her like a bunch of credit because I like think she's a good player, but I don't know. I don't know that he folds.
Stealth Caucus says Veronica is right.
What is
If she Veronica's BFF says if she jams on the river, he folds for sure.
I don't necessarily think so.
Would a jam on the river though be?
Jam on the river is pretty big.
That's huge. That's huge. No H in there. Huge. My jams are the biggest jams anyone knows.
Is a jack gonna like lead flop, check, turn, shove river? I think if a jack is gonna lead flop, I feel like a jack might bet again on the turn because if you're calling on the
well,
flop,
if they're calling the flop, they're gonna call the turn probs. So I think a jack continues on the turn.
if you're betting
if
the
you're
flop,
Casey, yeah. So that's
I
why,
think-
like,
or not
Sasha,
for sure, but yeah.
I'm surprised Sasha didn't try to get some value on the river out of a queen.
I think Casey really kind of controlled the hand with when she bet.
Thick Gravy Emma says jamming is a questionable merge.
Yeah, I don't think you're jamming there ever. I think you check, just like she did. I think she. I guess the way I'm reading that is that she was going to check 100% of turns, and then it was actually like a pretty good turn for her. So she wanted to bet, or maybe it was like reconsidering. is actually a pretty great turn for her to bet again. In which case, if she fires like 3 times, maybe
I like
shove
to check
on
on the turn, maybe value on the river.
Oh,
Like
him
if
value
she,
betting?
no,
Or
she
she
did.
betting?
If she puts out like a value bet on the river, it may look very jack. No, I don't think a jack checks turn.
I think she also knows that board is crazy strange, and
So,
it's real easy for her to see showdown.
Casey's heads up with the dad from Lost Boys, and he's a little sticky here. He needs an 8.
Hey, Arnold DLC from the Netherlands.
Arnold DLC, what's up? Nice to see you.
6:29 a.m. I love it. No, from full. If I'm holding aces, I'm puking my mouth if I get jammed. For sure, a huge like overbet shove because she has more than that pot.
Mark 3046, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Throwing us some lulls.
I mean,
Some
but
lulls.
it's a really neat hand. I think I want to see that hand. Is Bart still doing the analysis of these hands for Crush Life Poker?
Yeah,
I would like
think
to
so.
see what Bart has to say about a hand like that. I think that might be. I think I'm just like giving. I think I'm probably being like way too much of like a
Casey fan?
can't go wrong fan. But
You know what? You know what I love about Bart Hansen's commentary on our videos is that he sometimes talks about what commentary is saying and if it's wrong or right. I really like that.
I agree with Sean. He basically said really like succinctly what I was trying to say. You bet the flop, and she basically determined the price of the hand.
Yeah, on the flop, yeah.
Because that bet slows him way down. Like he doesn't put her on like ace queen because he's blocking aces.
We've seen the best way to donk bet, and it's almost okay when you're the original raiser just calling the 3-bet. It seems like she found a good donk bet spot.
Did she open and get 3-bet on and called?
Yeah. He had aces. Come on, bruh. Casey's got a nice hand for this flop.
Check. She might. Ooh. I think Casey's
Now she's
gonna
picked up a
lead the
flush
turn.
draw.
Well, maybe not. But if she doesn't lead the turn, she's certainly not gonna fold to any bet. Then imagine what Helmuth would say. See a stealth katsu. Imagine what Bart would say, and then imagine what Ryan Fee would say. Well, that's yeah. I don't know. I think if you look at it in a way, like how do you lose the least amount of money against a really big hand in that spot, that was probably pretty great. And then the board ran out favorably to the showdown. Like she's getting to showdown almost always. The was an 8 on the river could complete a straight too, I think.
Veronica's BFF, you have to be at least my Snapchat friend. You have to be. Like, you can't be my BFF and not be my Snap
Follow
friend.
for the snaps, which apparently comes with spoilers for the
that
tournament.
was just yesterday.
No,
that was an accident.
It's not a habit.
Spoiler.
It's certainly not a habit. There's a one-up.
Yep. Deuce 10-10. Oh, look at Casey flopping 3-10.
Casey's crushing it, yeah. 3 10s. Casey is almost as lovely as Veronica. Aww.
You guys are so sweet.
These guys and their chat charm. Casey bets 25. And Frederick calls. Fred's going to check again. I think Casey's going to bet again. I can't see it. Oh, no, she doesn't bet again. I guess she wants to give Fred a chance to bet the river, but doesn't. I think he's happy to check it down. But I also think he was in reverse check call mode. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means. There's obviously back to reverse implied double odds for Casey. Oh, for sure.
I put my my Snapchat code.
Snapchat. Veronica Star.
Arr, like a pirate.
Yeah.
Star. I really should have angry pull-ups on everything.
Yeah. How come you don't? Did you try to do it, or did you?
No.
Okay.
I just tried
These are
to make
different like iterations of your internet personality.
Yeah, I just
Angry
tried to
pull-up.
like my angry pull-ups, my Twitter. I was like, well, I got to do like a. I don't want to be like Veronica Brill. You know, it's so corny. I wanted to think of something. I'm like, well, I'm always yelling and people think I'm angry because we're loud. My whole family are like loud Polacks. So I thought, well, I'll just call myself Angry Polak because everyone thinks I'm angry. But I'm not. I'm not.
So that's like in the same way that like they call like fat guys skinny Kevin or skinny guys fat Kevin.
Yeah.
You're just trying to throw people off.
Although you won't see the fat guy walk around and think he's skinny. Because
No,
when I'm walking around, people think I'm angry because I'm so loud. So it's a little different.
Fair enough.
You want to dive deep, I can go there.
Oh, I'm fully with I am. There are times when I'm like, you know what?
Chris Moneymaker's son said, I have a dream that Veronica calls my agent to book me in her game, and I said no.
Now you're getting big time, like Chris
I am big
Moneymaker's
time.
son.
Okay.
No, you're getting big time. He's
I am.
big time.
Yeah, but I am big time. I can't hear his big time.
So Triple D left the table, and we gained Arthur. By the way, Arthur was on last week's stream, and this bomb pot comes with a special 4-card flop.
All right, I'm going to take 2 minutes. Enjoy the missed deal.
Here we go. We have a 4-person in the chat. I think 4 cards on the flop. Is the best way to handle this just to completely redo the flop, shuffle all the cards back into the deck and re-deal a flop? She's already burned. There's 4 cards on the flop. So everyone loves the bump. So not only, let's see, and the flop is Jack 8-7. Let's see if 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Botch flop. So let's see what I feel like the best way to answer this is to, I mean, like, how do you know? She just peeled off 4 cards. Is he just gonna mix it up and just randomly give us the flop of those 4 cards? I don't know. Like, if you're not sure what the 4th card is, I think you just like shuffle this back in. I don't know that, I mean, whatever. That's the decision that was made. I don't know. I don't think that is the answer. But that is the answer we got. And then she burned again. Alright. What would you do? I think Poker Boss is going to agree with me. I don't know. That's why I was asking, because I think the correct thing to do, since you can't redo any of the action, right? Picks 1 card at random. Oh, okay. So basically what he did, he did pick 1 card at random. Kill everyone's hand and take the pot. I mean, because it's a bomb pot? Okay. JFK Stones confirms. I was guessing what you're supposed to do in that spot. That was a complete guess. I was wrong. But, yeah, Sasha doesn't hate it because the 7 is still there. And so Sasha's pretty... It's completely up to the floor. I've seen them trust to do them from the 4th card. I just don't think anybody knew for sure what the 4th card was. So you can't... I mean, if we watch a replay of it, maybe we can see what the 4th card was.
They didn't pull back the cards?
He took the 4 cards face down and basically picked 1 randomly.
Oh, okay.
And that became the burn.
The burn, okay.
Although, yeah, the king gets saved.
Was there a king on one of the 4 cards?
It was Jack 8-7. There was an 8.
Oh, okay.
So it was not a deuce. Or not a king, sorry. So Sasha's pretty excited that the 7 was still out there.
Veronica's BFF likes my shoulders. Well, he's my BFF. I mean, like, he's gonna...
And apparently he likes everything.
Yeah, he's my BFF.
Stuck with your name. He's really embraced this new role. Wow. Sasha's running into one of those awesome Borgata seals when they paid extra for it. See, I wonder though, because it's a bomb pot, could you just theoretically redeal the entire thing? Because nobody, it's completely random anyway, right? Like,
yeah.
If it was an actual hand with actual action pre-flop, then I think we do. But I wonder, because it's a bomb pot, could you have a special rule for that, JFK Stones? Just redeal the entire bomb pot? Meanwhile, Sasha makes it 1,000. That's the pot. And this is a situation where he's probably, maybe he won't get called. No, I don't know. You really just hate this if you're Peter? He overbets the pot a little bit, just like barely overbets it. Yeah, I have been working out. My shoulders are pretty great. Thank you. Somebody changed their name to Brent's BFF. Just kidding.
Brent's shoulders.
Don't do that.
Brent's hot shoulders.
Brent's shoulders. Brent's shoulders. Hang on one second.
Brent's shoulders. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Peter, let's go. And Sasha flashes at least 1-7. All right, I guess he flashes. Definitely can't redeal people literally murdered. Well, the only reason I even suggest that is because there was no pre-flop action. But I think that's all the more. Technically, there wasn't any pre-flop action. This is the reason I'm not a floor person. Although, I think if I were a floor person, I would actually know the answer, and I would have done
And then you'd have to deal
accordingly.
with whiny poker players all day, and then you'd really want to kill yourself.
Whiny poker players is definitely redundant.
Yes, that is true. Redundant redundancies.
It's not a.
By Veronica. I'm gonna write that book.
Is that going to be like a toilet reading book, like a short book, like nice, easy reads?
Like one word.
In the bathroom. One word.
Poker.
The redundancies is just going to be like poker on one page. water on the next page.
That's
and if the
beautiful.
hand with a flip.
You're brilliant, Brent.
But since it still has action plus flop. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, having fun exploring the possibilities.
One of the redundant redundancies?
Yeah, one of the more interesting floor decisions I've seen was in the WSOP main event 2 years ago, I believe. Maybe 3 years ago. Actually, 3 years ago. So it took 40 minutes for them to actually resolve this hand.
And what was it?
It was 2 guys are all in. They run out the board. This guy doubles up in the main event, right? Doubles his stack. It's day 1 or maybe day 3, whatever. He's about to double in the main. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like he's busting.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, he's doubling.
To the story.
Right. He doubles up by making a flush.
Yeah.
Then somebody points out that there's an extra card off to the side. So what happened is the small blind got dealt an extra card, flicked it back to the dealer. The dealer set it off to the side instead of putting it back on the top of the deck. Then ran out the all-in and the call with the extra card. So 1 floor comes, 2 floor comes, I get there where Jack Ethel is there at the table, right? 40 minutes later, it goes through the break, final 20 minutes of the level, the entire 20-minute break, and then like 10 minutes into the new level, they recreate the board, the run it, face down, run it again. That guy busts the main event,
and he doubled up.
When he
previously
would have doubled up.
Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating.
It is pretty insane. I hate hearing bad beat stories when I go outside to smoke one. I'm not a fan of bad beat stories. I mean, like, I guess if you have like a really unique bad beat story, like that guy could tell that bad beat story, right?
But
because
still, no one
it's
would
different than anyone that you've heard. No,
But it
fair
is
enough.
good.
You can't start any story that you're trying to tell a poker player that starts with, so I had, kings in the small blind.
Yeah,
right?
I hate it all. I hate listening to all of it. So Sasha raises to 30, or as I like to call him, Sasha. Gets a bunch of callers.
Those who can play, those who can't run cards.
You know what's funny is Sasha has his picture on our live stream, and Mapes, because they stole it from the WPT stream, but Sasha will not let anybody take his picture. I got him on Snap once with me, but there was some drinking. I drove his late model Toyota Corolla that's got cloth interior with cigarette burns on it, and that was a hoot. It went 0 to 60 in 10 minutes. No, it was 8.5.
It still hasn't hit 60.
It still hasn't hit 60.
Bam. Just kidding. I drove a Toyota for a big chunk of my early life.
My early life.
A 1984 Toyota pickup truck.
I had a Hyundai Excel, which is pretty much a pony.
Drove a Buick Park Avenue for a while too.
Did I?
88 Buick Park Avenue.
You did?
No,
I had a 1970 Cutlass Supreme.
I drove
with no muffler.
Huge caddy.
It was a 10-cylinder engine with no muffler. I couldn't even afford to drive it. I had to take the bus most of the time because I would fill it up for $40 in high school, and it would last a day. A day.
Peter,
Veronica's BFF said, Veronica, come on, you'd never step foot into a Corolla. I'm not a snob. I appear as though I'm a snob, but I shop at Walmart.
Bad read there.
I shop at Walmart.
I think somebody just tried to judge the book by its cover.
No, I'm not a snob.
Well, you're not a snob about cars. Probably,
what am I a snob about?
Maybe sciencey stuff.
Oh, but
yeah. Yeah, but I think snob is probably not the right word.
Stuff that matters.
Snob, I think, implies that maybe you shouldn't have those opinions.
I like stuff that matters. If I have a friend that is planning on becoming a close friend, I'm like, hey, you're gonna have to read Peter Singer.
You're gonna have to put in an application. It's a very strict.
Hey, man, you need to read some Peter Singer. Let me know what you think about Richard Dawkins. Have you heard of Christopher Hitchens? Then we can talk. Did we hit a bad beat?
Richard Dawkins is most def my favorite Philadelphia 76er of all time. Whoa! We're getting a special guest, homie.
We're getting a special guest.
You're going in the middle.
We're going to make a Casey sandwich.
Oh
God. Brent's life is now complete.
No, the Twitch chat is very excited.
The Twitch chat
they don't know that they're excited yet, but they're about to be excited.
Oh my God. Thanks. Just leaving me in the cold.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great job. Okay.
Thank you.
I have a question. I'm super excited that you're here. Okay. I guess I don't know. Is it really a donk bet if you're calling a three bet?
Yeah, we were talking about that with your.
So you led the Queen Jack Jack.
Okay.
Well,
you guys. So you raised pre-flop. Sasha 3-bet you. You called, and then you bet into him on the flop.
Okay. I led out on the flop because I had a strong hand and I wanted to see where I was at. If he had a lower pair or ace king, he's probably still calling. But once the turn comes and a 10 comes, right, then everything got there. And I knew I couldn't continue. But I felt like it was better to lead out than if he did miss and rep a strong hand. It could have been a mistake. But in case he missed and me represent that I did have a strong hand and see if he missed and he would fold. But once the turn comes, literally everything is there. There's nothing it can beat. I can't beat an overpair. If he's got ace queen, I can't beat it. If he's got a jack, I can't beat it. Tens, I can't beat. Nines, I can't beat. The straights there. So that's why I didn't continue on the turn in the river. But probably could have just checked the flop. Could have been a mistake, but I thought it was best to lead in that position.
I was thinking that you leading there actually kind of slows him down a little bit. But then, I don't know.
Right. Leading also, if just trying to control the pot to some degree, because how much am I really willing to call with my queen, rather than letting him choose the bet size and possibly having to call off more or fold. Is another good reason.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we boiled it down to. That you were just controlling the pot there and laying your own price and slowing down Sasha's action.
Right.
And it worked because Sasha ended up checking all the way down with aces.
This looks like a fun
And so
hand.
Fred's all in for 530. No one's got a heart. This is interesting. Dave C has,
Oh,
he's open-ended with
right
a
at the
pair.
pot side shove. I don't know that Dave. I don't know.
I don't mind Dave C's hand.
I mean,
I
Open-ended
kind of
with
like
a pair.
Dave.
I remember how this
I'm kind
hand
of-
played out, and we had a lot of talk about it afterwards. So,
I'm kind of like, I probably would propose to this hand and
So Dave called 45 pre, and Fred squeezed.
yeah, he moves all in, but he only had a total of 530 behind him. He's got a pair with the open-ended straight.
Yeah, I
Then
think-
Sasha and I were saying that he should have called because, he's not going to have to pay anymore. He's going to get to see 2 cards, and you don't have to call anymore on the turn.
yeah.
And the price was right, we felt, but it was kind of, he felt like he wasn't getting the right price.
Maybe if he has like top pair and the same, like a similar kind of like top pair open-ended. I'm calling.
what-
I think I'm
how-
Yeah, I'm
calling.
definitely calling.
Yeah.
What difference is top pair open-ended versus mid pair open-ended?
I don't know.
Like, because you're pretty much facing an overpair,
Top pair,
right?
yeah.
Your strength, the strength is kind of the same.
Right, and he said that if he had had more behind him, that he would have called for sure because he would have had implied odds to get paid off if he'd hit his card. But my thought was on the turn, he's definitely going to push you again, and now really instead of calling 500, you're having to call 1,000 to see that river
So
card.
if you're going to talk implied odds, though, I'm saying for him, he really shouldn't be playing those dangly little.
Well, you called 100
I'm
pre-flop
saying
to fold.
exactly.
When you hit
I'm
that
just
flop.
saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, like if you're gonna say you don't have enough chips to have implied odds, then don't play your suited connectors. You have to tighten up your range because the whole point of opening up your range is to have some implied odds because you're gonna crack some of those bigger hands.
And with his deck side, I really felt like he was going to get to see 2 free cards without having to call any more off. So
Yeah, it seems like a really tight fold.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what other flops do you want when you call 100 pre-flop with 8-6? A
think
pair
it's-
and a open-ended, right? 8-6? Is that it?
I mean,
Oh, you were saying, sorry,
No.
never mind. I was thinking about. I was thinking the other way around. That if Dave had less, but you were talking about that his opponent actually had
his
too
opponent
little. Yeah.
had
Okay.
too little is how he
Yeah.
felt. I think also the stream getting close to being over, he was kind of feeling like he was almost done for the night.
He's made some money.
And he felt like, he didn't want to give up so much profit in a marginal spot to hopefully hit his hand. But we felt like it was too tight.
We gotta get you in the booth,
It's
Casey.
a bit of a tight fold.
That's
Shit, why would
lucky
you?
in the
Why would you
booth.
come in the booth? You come
Yeah,
here,
this
make
game
some
is-
money. There was at least one person in the chat said that they would buy your action at markup in this game for all time. So,
Forever.
and Waprai actually asked if you used to prop in Northern California.
I did
somewhere.
not. I just moved here from Tulsa, Oklahoma in April. So I played out in Oklahoma, mostly in Vegas during the summer.
I've been to Tulsa
Have you?
a couple times. Yes, I have.
What brought you to
Nice.
Tulsa? That's
I had a
place to
girlfriend who
choose.
met some guy in Vegas, and they ended up falling in love and getting married, and he was from Tulsa.
Oh.
And so
okay.
I went to the bachelorette party in Tulsa, and then
I don't know if it was you
When-
who was
one more
telling
time.
the story or somebody else told me a story about somebody meeting somebody in Tulsa and,
And
falling in love. No, it was not
my
you. That
other
must be a
friend-
popular place to meet a man.
we were all there for the
No,
wedding.
no, it didn't work.
We were all there for the wedding, and we were all bridesmaids. And my other friend met a man there too, and she ended up moving to Tulsa.
So wait, someone met someone at a wedding?
No, so shut up.
Like
Anyway,
everybody
two of
wants
my
to get
girlfriends
when
married 2 men from Tulsa. How's that?
Ooh.
For Canadians, man.
Okay, so yeah, Thick Gravy Anima is the one that says, but apparently in order to get that action, you have to give me your Instagram. Do you have an Instagram?
I do, but I keep it pretty private. It's just
Ooh,
mostly
boom.
family and a few friends. So
Yeah,
I don't
she's not like
actually
me.
Let very many people on there.
Veronica's BFF just proposed to you, Veronica.
To me?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine Veronica's
No, I think
BFF.
he's.
Why
I
would
think
Veronica's
BFF's talking to Casey.
You're the one talking about how your friends are getting married in Tulsa.
Yeah, but he's talking to Casey. He's my BFF,
Maybe
but it
he's
doesn't
just
mean he
gonna
wants to
leave
marry
it.
me.
Maybe he's just gonna leave it nondescript, so whoever says yes, he'll just go with it.
So
Like
Casey,
he just said that comment to find out where he was at.
yeah, it's like a blocker bet almost. Casey raises to 80.
Yeah.
You can walk it.
Yeah.
If you're in the, if one of your next hands plays out, you can walk us through it.
What?
I think that's gonna be just about it.
Oh, cool.
Sasha's the chip leader.
Boom, drink.
Boom, yeah.
For it, yeah.
The crusher that is known as Sasha. With his late model Toyota Corolla.
Oh, I moved. We gained another player too. Put Brent in the middle. There's not a lot of room to move
Veronica's
in here.
BFF is fishing for a dunk proposal.
This was a really fun lineup. There was a lot of action. It was really great.
What?
I can see you and Nat had a good dynamic between the two of you. That was probably your number one customer.
Which one?
Nat?
Him.
Number 3, C3, right?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. His range was just so.
I think the word range doesn't apply to Nat.
I felt like I was really able to take advantage of that because I knew, he just wasn't strong that often.
Yeah, he started out pretty fast. You played last Monday too, but really only played like one big hand. I think you doubled with aces.
Yeah.
And then, but that game was
And then I
literally
made a good
nuts.
bluff, but you guys didn't see it. You guys were talking about the chat, but
Oh, sorry.
that's okay. I was like, oh, my one good bluff of the night. They missed it, but it's all good.
5, 6, 9 all spades. Arthur flops a set, but it's kind of a scary board. Peter's got the jack flush draw.
Arthur was in that game last Monday too, I think.
Checked around.
Isn't about that social media life. Yeah, I guess not.
The
Not
poker
everybody's
boss.
all up on Instagram.
Good night. Snap me. Have a good night.
Snap me.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah, good night,
Snapping's
Sean.
the new thing. Snapping's the new texting.
There was so there's a job posting for BuzzFeed to be like their Snapchat, like specifically in charge of like BuzzFeed Snapchat. And it's
That'd be
like
awesome.
must have like a passion for Snapchat. And I'm like, who on earth has a passion?
You know,
for
there's
Snapchat?
professional Snapchatters.
No,
right?
obviously there's a
I
job
follow quite a
at
few.
BuzzFeed that's literally only that. What a
I'm a semi-professional Snapchatter.
What a really, really great board for a set, right? Don't you just love every bit? of
JFK
that
Stone
board?
says Casey is the new Nat. No.
Wow.
That just seems.
Watch me last week, and you definitely wouldn't call me Nat. But this week, I was definitely playing a lot more
Natting it up.
hands.
No, I like
You did
it.
get in there a couple times with the 9 deuce, like the suited, like 8 cappers.
Suited 8 cappers.
But no, but that was actually a really good board. It was
That was
open-ended,
great, yeah.
And
If there was
like
ever
6
a
people in
time
the
to-
pot for really small.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
To dump truck your load on a 9 deuce.
Oh, so you took
Thick Gravy
down
Anima wants to
the
know what
pot.
your biggest win is, Casey.
My biggest cash game or cash.
No Cubs? No, that's funny. Okay, both. Biggest cash game win.
Biggest cash game win.
Yeah. Peter bets $250. I said what a board to have a set on. I didn't.
What do you
say
want me to do,
Bring
huh?
Casey in
What do you want me
in
to
the
do?
booth.
I mean, something crazy. I think like 12K, something
Oh,
close
okay.
to that. Nothing insane on cash. On tournaments, it's closer to 50K. I was just in Tulsa. I went last week for the Run With series,
Oh, all right.
and I won my seat. I won the satellite into the main for that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Didn't cash in the main, but still did well in the cash games there as well.
Cash games are almost the best part of a big tournament series. That's
Some
like,
of them.
they get juicy.
Oh.
Like the
don't-
series, I spent years playing just cash games at the series. And just literally playing ABC, and those Europeans are insane. And they'll just pay you off.
You tried to play Big O at the World Series.
Okay, have you ever tried to get on the list for Big O?
I mean, it's like
100
even
people
tables.
deep.
They just keep making tables.
Yeah, Big O's a great
Big
game.
O just turns into how fast can you put in 2,000 pre-flop and then just hold.
We're actually waiting to get the license to spread Big O here. How insane would that
Do you
be?
need you need a separate license to add a 5th card?
And for everything. For
'Cause
everything.
I know some places. Oh, I guess each specific game. Whatever. We're slowly moving our way towards Badoogie, right? JFK Stones. No. First ever.
This is the first
Stones
ever.
Live Badoogie game. Brent and friends. Once a year.
Congo Bongo Bro says,
10
what
years from
is
now?
Big O? It's 5 card.
Oh,
wait.
it's Omaha 8 with a 5th card.
PLO8.
Yes.
It's 5 card. It's insanity.
I just learned how to do Chinese poker, which was really fun.
Wait, the OFC or the first iteration of Chinese poker? OFC is where you get 3 and you
Open-faced
pick
Chinese.
2, and then you discard 1.
Yeah,
or you get
that one.
okay, that's
Yes.
open.
Yeah.
Initially, there was Chinese where you just get 13
one.
cards and you make your hand. So everybody was always in
That's
fantasy.
like you're going to fantasy
Yeah.
land. Okay.
So
yeah.
the first iteration of the game, or where everybody was playing it, was just you're always in fantasy land. Now they have OFC, where you get a pick. Yeah.
Dave's got pocket tens, jacks.
Dave had a pretty good
It's
night.
been a pocket pair night,
I had
actually.
a lot of pocket
Yeah,
pairs
we
tonight.
saw.
Yeah.
I think this is the last hand,
Probably.
as it is 10 in the PM.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
And
flopping
you
the
flopped
set. Against, a jacks.
Oh, I do remember this.
Still a
being
nice
the
hand
best.
for jacks.
Nat. I like it.
Yeah, this is a great board for me to get paid on.
Come on, tell us you would know. No comment.
Oh, they want to know if we're single.
Oh, I also don't know the answer
Ready
to that
to
question.
mingle. They want to know if you're single, Brent. Are you available?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone,
I mean, that's gotta be
everyone
the
wants
most obvious answer.
a little bit of you.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second. Let me just give a little shoulder.
Oh,
Raise to 60.
and the
There's a
chat's
little bit
gonna go
of
on
hair
fire.
in there, too. Whatever.
So Aaron raises to 60 on this board, and Dave now raises to 160. This is interesting. I think Aaron's just gonna call this.
You can't always flat with a set there. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
But is Dave the kind of guy that's gonna 3-bet you with a flush draw?
Aaron might not be able to fold jacks here to a 3-bet. So
Can we?
I
Yeah,
don't mind
thank
it.
you, Thick. You guys spend. Who's Vampire Dad gonna get a big one?
can we please not
maybe.
sexualize Brent? Thick gravy
You said
animal
this
says.
game without turning.
I
Thank
thought
you.
so. He folds, which
Wow.
it was a really tight fold. I don't think I'm.
That's a
but
tough one.
I think it's then what do you do on the turn? I guess you could just call all the way down, see what happens on the
Well, you're
turn.
flatting, but I mean, whatever. I mean, like I said, I don't think you can always flat a set there.
I don't
I
know
guess sometimes you can
why.
raise-
I don't know
know.
why the raise though.
I feel
Why
like
the
you're
raise?
over folding if you're folding jacks that early in that spot.
Oh, on that board too.
If you've raised, right?
Right,
Maybe-
right. If you've raised for 60 and what he made it 175.
Yeah. You don't have to 4-bet. You can call and then
Yeah,
potentially fold
Just my-
in the future.
My head looks like it's like a watermelon size.
Oh, a giant head. All right. Well, that
I have a
was
really big head.
5-5, no limit.
This Wednesday, I believe we might be doing PLO, so that's fun.
Whoa, really? Oh, yeah, it's a mix. No, it is.
It's a mixed game. It's a hold'em
PLO
mix.
hold'em mix.
Yeah.
And
So-
I'm back again.
And you're
With
back because
Jake.
we're working you
I'm
like a
doing
horse.
the tour of the Stones hosts.
Yes,
I
you're
did- I
a Stones
did-
ho. Yes.
Thanks for letting me in the booth. That was
Oh, yeah, thanks for coming
Anytime,
in.
Casey.
I think the chat was probably big fans.
Yes.
10
So
minutes.
we will see you on Wednesday, 7 p.m. And thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks, Casey, for coming in the
Thanks
booth.
for having me.
GG.
Have a good night.